Hey, this is Maverick. I want to welcome Bourbon Leather to the Slacker8Alpha family. They are our new sponsor for the show. They're the ones who do our hats. If you've seen the hats that I wear on the show, that's the ones that they do. They offer custom leather patch hats made with real full grain leather. So make sure you check them out at bourbonleather.com and tell Freddie Maverick and Goose sent you. If you use the promo code Slacker, that gets you an additional 10% off. So if you have a show and you want hats for the show, or you just like wearing hats like I do, get them, man. These guys are great. The product is great. The hats are great. They're comfortable. I mean, you can't ask for a better hat. And they're reasonably priced. So once again, make sure you go to bourbonleather.com. Make sure you tell Freddie that Maverick and Goose sent you. And again, use the promo code SLACKER for 10% off.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Entire world is burning up. Look up your surroundings. kind that breaks you down inside. I'm here to help you find a remedy. If you're sick and tired of all you swallow, ride with me and never look back. Ride with me. We're gonna take the world. Leave it all. Lose control. We're gonna set it off. If you wanna scream, ride with me. We're gonna let it out, baby. We're gonna let it out. We're gonna let it out, baby. We're gonna let it out. We're gonna let it out. We're gonna let it out. Ride with me, leave it all. Ride with me, we're gonna take the world. Leave it all. Lose control. We're gonna set it off. If you wanna scream, ride with me. Leave it all. Ride with me. Lose control. If you wanna scream, ride with me.
This is Alex Jones, and you were listening.
Sorry, I'm talking and I have myself muted. Hey, welcome everybody. Goose, what's going on? I had to cut off Alex there. He got premature talking. Yeah, that was Alex, but we're going to have him later. So what's going on, everybody? You're welcome, welcome. Let me get... I want to welcome everybody from 105.7 of Phase, Patriot Radio, Earth Radio, MBR, Military Broadcast Radio, UG Media, J Parker Radio, Beza Radio, FCM Live, Sword Radio, Crystal Radio, and the Hit Network. All right. Let's see here. Got an echo? No.
How you guys doing?
Hey, bro. Hey, brother. I don't know where Goose is.
Where's the goose? I'm reading my Army Times magazine, courtesy of the United States Army. Still getting them. 5 things to watch in the Indo-Pacific realm by General Charles Flynn. How does that happen too?
Oh my gosh.
Bravo in his Army Times.
Bravo.
Still getting them. I'm still getting them. Somebody's paying for them. Thank you, U.S. Army.
You know what? People like you that got money sometimes forgot that you register.
No.
Your credit card.
You guys know the day that I got them, so I let you guys know.
Hey, Eric, what you mean better be good today? Eric, let me tell you something. Your Navy is freaking hot water.
Yeah,
I don't.
Navy, man.
What the hell is that with the Navy?
Yeah, freaking bring it goddamn.
Next thing you know, they'll be having the village people on a aircraft carrier dancing around.
That's right. I thought they were gonna talk about.
Kurt doesn't even know what you're talking about. Why do you gotta fill him in, Goose?
Yeah, well, you know what, Eric? Let me break the news to you because I guess you don't get that freaking Army time or Navy time like freaking Bravo does. But you read the news, the freaking goddamn Navy.
I'm only reading the article from General Charles Flynn.
But Bravo, I mean, we got to tell people what's the news about the Navy. The drag queen was a VIP. I mean, she was brought in by a freaking F-14 to the
Yeah,
goddamn
yeah. Who the
head.
hell? But Goose, who's appointing this person? I want to know who that. You know what? We need to see their picture, and we need to know all about them. Whoever's appointing these people into these positions.
Well, you know what? You
And I
know who
guess when you see them, you'll probably know why.
we don't want to continue hitting the same freaking iceberg, but I mean, it's like you say, Bravos. You call it what?
Ert said
Pico
he had nothing to
Smoocher,
do with it.
Pico
Goose.
Smoocher are taking over the goddamn
Hey,
nation.
hey, you don't see General Charles Flynn as a pickle smoocher running around in there, though. Hey.
Well, you know, fat ass freaking General Milley, which is retiring or retarded, whatever you want to call him. He's the one who approved all this BS. How you? I mean, still
Maybe,
freaking. They should
yeah,
have
but
taken the
maybe
Dallas
he's
Cowboy,
retiring
bro.
to his place down in Gitmo.
I mean, Bravo, how hard to get the freaking cheerleaders from the Cowboy. They haven't been win a freaking Super Bowl for a long time. I get the schedule's wide open. Bro, they got to bring the drag queen. Come on, what's going on, Ert? I mean, come to our show,
Hey,
Ert.
let's make it clear. Ert said he had nothing to do with that.
Well, you know what? He got to step up and defend the freaking nation's Navy.
Let me bring Ert in here. See if we can get Ert. What's going on with the Navy, brother?
Hey, what's going on? I don't know what happened. What happened? You got appointed.
Ert, ever since you've gotten out of the Navy, it's gone downhill fast.
They
Well,
nominated a drag queen to
1984.
do the recruiting for the Navy now.
Yeah.
The drag queen, Ert.
You know what? And he'll and it will invite the Bud Queen.
Marilyn Monroe's gotta be turning in her freaking deathbed right now, saying, "What the
Guys,
heck?"
whether it was legal or not, and I'm not trying to blame anybody for any wrongdoing here, but anyway,
The
when
Navy.
I
I
got
mean,
recruited,
if this is a mental.
Goose,
I mean, if this is a mental illness that's going on in the Navy, come on.
It is a mental disorder. I mean, you can just look at them and know that. I mean, come on.
What was some of the things? What was some of the things anybody was offered when they were enlisted the first time? What was
Not
the
a
thing
drag
you got
queen.
offered? No.
Maybe a Playboy magazine.
Well, no. Now they're offering like free dresses and makeup. You know,
And lipstick.
and lipstick. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 1984 or 1980 rather. When I signed up, 1980, I was 19 years old, right? Well, on the military bases, you can drink at 18. Okay, so just about anywhere, if you were 18 years old, you can be in a bar drinking, no problem. You couldn't do that out in town, but on the military base you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
So anyway, my recruiter gave me
Now,
my recruiter gave me a 6-pack of Heineken beer, right? And said, "There you go."
Revolutionary. Welcome, brother.
So I've been, of course, I that started me really drinking pretty good. You know, it's all his fault. But anyway, but no, anyway, that was really there was no strings attached. He said, "Well, thank you for signing up. Here you go, enjoy." And of course, nobody knew about that. That was just something that happened at that point when they used to do that, and it really didn't make a big difference about how that was done.
Hang on, Ert. Let me just read something real quick. Hey, Goose. Revolutionary said, "Don't be surprised if the LGBTQ show up on your guy's lawn in protest."
And he forgot to add
In their
the plus behind the Q.
in their navy dress blues. Get it? Dress blues.
Revolutionary.
Hey,
Welcome to the show, brother.
the Navy celebrate the freaking for 11 months they celebrate the Pride Month celebration. It's not only 1 month, every freaking month.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Revolutionary's here on the panel, guys. Go ahead. Hey, Revolutionary, how are you, buddy?
What's going on, Maverick? What's up,
How you
Goose?
doing?
Bravo and Earth.
What's up?
Revolution.
How you doing?
Hey,
Goose
Eric
was
was trying
giving
to
me
hide
hell.
behind his freaking cornfield
Goose was
place.
giving me hell for being in the Navy. I can't help what they're doing to
Well,
me.
only because I got a drag queen for the recruiting
You
process.
should get
But
all
it's
your
not my
freaking
fault.
t-shirts and burn it or take it to the Goodwill.
Oh, hey, wait! I got to tell you a story real quick, guys, real quick. So I was trying to find different ideas for shows, right? So I decided, "Well, you know what, I'm gonna put some
Invite.
feelers out for guests on, but I did it on some of the groups that
Oh,
were in the guest
oh,
group.
you were navigating some of those
So well,
restricted groups.
listen, so I put
Oh
I
no.
put listen, wait.
Oh,
I
bravo,
put
bro.
if some people I put if there's any people from the LGBTQ community who want to come on the show and give their but I made it clear that it's going to be a debate. I said because you're going to have to take both sides of it. We're going to listen to your side, but you're going to have to listen to our side too. You know how much shit I got from these freaking LGBTQ people? None of them wanted to come on the
The
show,
mental
but I got a
midgets?
bunch of they even were looking at my profile and go, "Oh, well, you posted stuff that goes against the LGBTQ community." I said, "Look, I'm not telling you it's that I agree 100% with you
They
guys."
call you homophobic.
I said, "Look, I said all I'm offering is an open space for to come out and give your side of it." And but I said you have to be willing to debate, because you're going. It's a live show. One, two, you're going to get rebuttal from us and probably from the audience, and nobody,
Yeah. I
nobody,
mean,
nobody would take.
we're not going to. You pickle smoochers can come on, but don't expect any coddling. Your candy asses.
Well, bravo, you be respecting them by calling them pickle smoocher, whatever you came out with that freaking name.
I'm
But
saying that they're allowed to be a pickle
where did you
smoocher.
learn
They're
that?
allowed to be a pickle
Bravo.
smoocher in their own home. They're allowed to be, they can be that way anywhere, but as long as they're not teaching our children to be pickle smoochers, they can do whatever they want.
But bravo, what that mean when you say pickle smoocher? The
You know
audience
what
want
I
to
mean.
know what you mean by that.
They licking
Be more
Next
cucumbers.
up,
specific.
open the show.
It's an old term. It goes way back. You'll have to look it up.
It's like
Look
a
it up.
code.
Oh,
It's
Goose,
like a
come on.
code you used to use in
You
high
know
school.
what? It's easier. It's better than saying the c word. So you say pickle.
Oh,
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's
Between
a
goose,
polite way to say they're pickle smoochers. Yeah.
no,
between Goose and Bravo, you guys are the wildest, craziest guys. You guys need medication real quick. But let me just say this, Maverick.
Yes.
That was a hell of an invitation that you gave to the
I tried.
LGBTQ, and I
I
commend you
tried.
for that. But you worded it wrong. You
Did I?
can never stand before an LGBTQ member and mention the term both sides because that's what they're after. They're after both sides of the fence. But what it
mm,
is for real, for real. I think your invitation to them is one that they will not accept simply because there will be pushback from the Maverick Show. The Maverick Show is going to push back, and they're so used to nobody that interview them or debate with them pushing back on their ideas and philosophy.
Because really, they don't want to hear our side of it. You're not going to persuade these people. The militant ones, the ones that are super crazy and with their
No,
mental disorder, you're not going to change their mind.
but
And, and,
bravo,
and, and
bravo,
really,
you got
all
it
they want to
way.
do
radical
is
standard.
argue.
That's
All they want
radical
to do is
standard.
argue.
One you're not.
Maverick,
Yeah.
maybe we don't want to do it like freaking Bravo that he
Raccoon.
call him freaking pickle smoocher. We might want to say, hey, we are inviting somebody who used to be a transgender and now they change their mind, and we would like to hear from you. Why you change your mind?
Well, Goose,
Something like that.
you'd
Right.
be surprised.
Which
I mean,
they say you
when they
can't
came
because
out of
you're
the
born
woodwork,
with it.
they came out of the woodwork and bombing me. Like, oh, whoa,
Well, we trying to. we don't want to sound that hard. I mean, you guys
one said,
sometimes.
"Oh, look at oh yeah, debate. Yeah, that's a red flag right
Yeah, but
there."
bravo. I don't want to be. You know
Goose,
what?
Goose, you're not gonna kiss their ass by trying to sound,
Revolution.
come
Don't
on.
say that I call it Pico Smoocher. I got all the names for them, but we want to promote our show and bring people and be fair with them. Okay.
Oh, and that's what I offered. I offered a free, open platform to speak your mind, but I wanted to make it clear that there would be rebuttal, either from us
Well, guys,
or from the audience. I said it's a live show. I mean,
I think
when the government opened the doors to them and push their agenda, and even our communication sources, our media, and everybody else, of course they're gonna believe everything they say, and they think they are untouchable. But what they're creating is more hatred towards them, even though we don't want to hate them, because I don't hate them. I got family that they are freaking gay.
And exactly, we don't hate anybody. I mean, look, what you do behind your closed doors.
Bravo, are you sure?
But we're gonna
always say the same thing.
We're gonna make fun of it. I mean, if we don't, I mean,
Bravo, I'm trying to
look at it. All you got to do is look at the dude. Remember from the energy secretary with his lipstick, his dress, his bald head, and his mustache and beard. I mean, come on.
That shit's ugly, Mario. You gotta let it talk. That shit's ugly. Hey, Bravo, you're right, bro. Hey, Mario, you can't hit that one. You gotta let Bravo go with that one. That's the hey, that look like Fiona from the freaking Shrek movie.
I mean, that's scary. You know what I mean? That's scary.
It's really bad. And try not to freaking laugh, Bravo. But you got some good comments, but that shouldn't be our aim. We should just trying to bring it over the show and to listen to them. They might, if they got a freaking mental disorder, which I think that's what it is, you gotta feel compassion about it, and you gotta blame the government for what's going on, and you gotta feel sorry for them because they've got hooked up.
Well, I mean, I personally don't think the government's persuading them. I think they want to do it. They want to behave that way.
The government
they want to behave that way.
Bravo! If the army gives you a freaking platform, you're gonna use it. Like you get the army time for free. You get it for free. You don't complain about it.
But that's like the women with that march where they're wearing the pussy hats and they're saying, we will kill our babies, and everything. I mean, that's like getting into a debate with somebody and using their terminology, fetus, when they don't even realize fetus, and I think it's in French, means baby. You know what I mean? I mean, they've changed everything because they don't want to hear the truth.
Bravo! Why
they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that as baby. It's so hard. It's the truth.
But why? I mean, can you cut some slack and try to? I mean, we want them to come to the show. Mario, they're wrong.
Well, and that was the whole idea behind the invitation.
I'll sit back and listen to you two coddle their asses.
Well, I didn't say anything about coddling anybody. But we were going to listen to their side, and then, of course, just like when you watch the State of the Union and the president does his speech, and then there's a rebuttal from the other side. That would have been us. We would have been doing the rebuttal from the other side.
Bravo, did you join the service? Were you in the Navy, Bravo?
Air Force.
Well, it's almost the same.
We didn't have any. There was when I was in there. There were no gay people in.
Come on, bro. Come on.
There was not.
You just
there wasn't any. Well, not at least not where I served. There wasn't. I mean, there probably was.
How many days you served?
I'll be right back.
How many days? 6 years. 6 years, buddy.
So look at the numbers, buddy, and the numbers of transgender in the Air Force.
Not in the 80s. There wasn't. There was not. There was hardly any of them. If there was any.
Come on, the Navy.
Now
And the
Now the
Air Force.
Navy's had them for a while because a buddy of mine just retired in like 2006. He said they were frickin' French kissing on the ships and shit like that,
Oh,
and,
the
they, and
Navy,
you
in
couldn't
the Navy.
say anything to them, or you would get in trouble.
Hey, what's going on with that? Were you kissing to her? I mean,
No, I was not.
And probably doing other shit too.
hey,
I had nothing to
freaking
do with
Bravo
that.
say French freaking kissing. I mean, the Navy and the freaking Air Force, they have their secrets about.
Well, that was a nice way.
Right,
That was a
Bravo.
nice way of saying sticking their tongues down each other's throat. But I said French kissing.
That's what the French do. But Bravo,
That's
you do
what
some
it
good.
was
I
called.
don't
That
know.
was back then. That's what we called it. French kiss is when you
Uh,
swap spit.
remember, our government right now are throwing everything that they got, even the freaking goddamn kitchen sink, into our freaking society. They want to confuse you guys. They want to confuse us, including myself, about everything that's going on in our country. It's hard to keep up with the real freaking shit that's going on in our country. Of course, they first call you racist, dividing the freaking country by different races, doing the other bullshit. They started looting and burning the freaking buildings and
Well,
doing many other stuff. And then they start arresting our patriots and all this BS we got there, freaking China. We all these other countries that don't respect us. All the human trafficking. I mean, Bravo, we could be in
all
our
this,
show for 5 freaking days
all
straight
this. You
talking.
know what? All this radical shit came under Obama. Even Clinton didn't have the balls to do it. He did. Don't ask, don't tell. You know what I
But
mean?
did you vote for Obama the first time?
Yeah, right.
Murray, where's Murray?
Did
Murray.
you, Goose? Are you trying to tell me you voted for Obama the first time?
No, because I was stationed in Chicago and you were in the Air Force. They got an Air Force base down there. Maybe you
No.
voted for it.
Yeah.
But what's going on in our country is so freaking difficult. Somebody
What I
right
missed?
now, no, because we talking about all these issues, and Bravo was in the Navy, in the Air Force,
Bravo was
and
in
the Air Force and the freaking Navy, they share the same freaking secrets because they all work together.
Wait a minute.
Land and
The
sea.
Army's the one struggling right now with things. I mean, they can't even meet their.
Exactly,
They
because
can't
we
even.
don't want to join. We don't want to join
They're,
that bullshit.
they're-
But
that's
the
because they're
recruiting,
pulling all the pickle smoochers in. None of the good people want to go in anymore.
no, we don't want to go. Exactly, we get out. It's not like you guys stay in the Air Force and Air stay in the Navy longer than we did.
Yeah.
Air know that thing was flying that flag all the time because we couldn't see it. And now they all, I mean, they come on, guys. They brought the freaking drag
So
queen.
beyond all this, guys, here's some news here from Minnesota. They
All right.
are legalizing marijuana here for general use. I don't
Air,
like that idea.
Air, I thought I was already legalized. Nobody give a shit in
No,
Minnesota what's
no. The
going
other
on.
thing is they want to pass a bill now that they can allow 14-year-olds to 17-year-olds to serve alcohol at the tables at, say, like a brewery or a restaurant type setting.
Because
Now,
people
what
from
would you think about
Somalia,
that?
because people
What
from
would you think about that,
Somalia,
though? If you were sitting at a dinner table, what would you think about a 15-year-old or 16-year-old bringing you alcohol?
You know why?
Would you have
Because all the other people that age that should be serving, they all took the vaccine and they're dead now, or they're incapacitated.
Bravo, I don't think that
Yeah.
that's true.
Bravo,
Yeah.
bravo.
Bravo, how you
Did
gonna
you
beat that
know?
shit about the vaccine?
Did you know that TikTok, most of the people on TikTok is between the ages of 15 and 17, right? Or might be telling the truth because when Budweiser or Bud Light chose that transgender to represent them, that transgender was on TikTok reaching those children. And they might use those very same children to serve the drinks and alcohol at the restaurants and breweries.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, Revolution. It wouldn't surprise me. They are trying to hit that next generation.
Yeah, this whole country is going down the fucking tube. You heard the expression, "We're going to hell in a handbasket." You know how long it takes a handbasket to catch fire?
Mm-hmm.
I made a wicker. You know how much it takes to make that burn? About 10 seconds, it's gone. Maybe
Well,
less than that. And so imagine our whole country, everything that we served for, everything we fought for, everything we did to earn our peaceable existence is going. It's gone. We can prove
yeah,
it.
we're a
Maverick.
captured. We are a full blown
Uh,
captured operation. We are.
Yeah.
Hey, Revolution, don't
And
be lying about me. I didn't vote for Obama.
yes, you did,
no,
Goose.
Yes, you did,
I'm
Goose.
You
not
got a
lying.
pair
Hey,
of Obama
Puerto
shoes.
Ricans don't vote in Chicago.
Check this out.
But
Do you
guys,
got?
I'm
Are
not
you
talking
guys
about.
aware of the fact that the reason, the sole reason, and the sole purpose for transgenders attacking elementary through high school is to reach the young people. They don't care about us. They know we're going to show at our ages the most resistance. They're trying to get to the
You're right.
children.
Yeah,
You're right,
that's what we
Revolution.
call
Yeah.
indoctrination.
And it's because the
That's what we
reason
call
they're changing
indoctrination.
the reason they're changing the laws, Revolution, is because they're creating them. If you knew how many chemicals were in every type of food, in every and all the vaccines and everything, all the estrogen mimickers and everything like that, they're creating these kids.
Hey, but Bravo, that's not what's
They're
freaking
creating
changing our
the
kids.
atmosphere.
It's not
For
that,
them to,
Bravo.
yeah,
It's
it
the
is.
brainwashing that's going on in our high school from these people. Like Revolution say, they're gonna start talking about peanuts and this
Right,
and that.
but when
You
you
know,
Not in Florida. Not in
when you
no,
Florida.
the
condition their
freaking
body and their
chemical. The
mind,
chemical don't have to do shit with that. What
yeah,
I gotta
oh
do with
yes,
the
it
freaking
does.
brainwashing. The brainwashing
No,
that's taking
what is the
place
first
in
thing
our
they do to
colleges.
them, Goose? They inject them. They inject them
God
with
damn,
hormones.
Bravo, you going so freaking extreme, man.
They
How?
no,
I
they
mean,
inject them with
the
hormones.
only
They
way
go through hormone
the
therapy.
only way you kids gonna know about freaking
Oh,
transgender,
come
you talk to
on.
them about it. I
Yeah.
mean, you indoctrinate them. It's
Do you
okay to be
know?
it's
Well,
okay to be.
that is just aiding. The indoctrination is aiding. Yeah,
No,
but their
Bravo.
minds are
Right
conditioned for it.
now, there's all the estrogen and everything shot that if the mom want to go ahead and they stay allowed that, they can go ahead and do it. That's the freaking government aiding them.
Goose is
You know?
absolutely right, Bravo. Let me say this really quick. Do you know who's the number one
Thank you. That's why I'm the freaking professor.
the number one chemicalizers of our children right now is the parents. We're giving our sons estrogens. They're throwing chess without even changing into transgenders. We're giving the females hormones that make them look and appear masculine in the very foods and substances that we give them. We're
Yes.
the ones that's doing that. The brainwashing is by the
Well,
LGBTQ.
when you give a boy extra estrogen, he starts growing boobs. When you give a
Oh,
girl
bravo. We
extra
know that since the
estrogen,
1950s.
they start fighting like cats and dogs. Look at all the videos
So
up
that's
there
why
of
you eat all
girls
that
getting into
chicken.
fights, kicking each other in the face, smashing each other. It never used to be that way. Very few
Bravo,
girls used to
bravo,
fight.
bravo,
You
bravo.
know,
Estrogen. We know about estrogen for a long time. That's why you don't eat chicken anymore. Then I'm right or wrong.
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Okay.
they do it. Yeah, they put estrogen in chicken.
But it's more than that. It's beyond that. This
No,
first gotta
it's
capture your
it's
freaking
in
brain.
everything, Goose.
The way that you think.
Everything.
The way
Snack
that you
foods.
think.
It's in everything we
Bravo,
use.
bravo. Obviously, you are not transgender. Then I'm right or wrong.
Right. My generation didn't have all that shit. It's
You
your
never
generation.
know. Yeah, we have many freaking gay people in your generation. They just didn't come out.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly, Goose.
How we got all
No,
these
no,
They were
no.
hiding in the
preachers,
closet. That's
how
what
we
it
got
was.
all these preachers and all these
They
freaking
they
abuses that happened 40,
they
60 years
always
ago
say
in our
that.
churches.
Then
No,
why
come
was their
on, bravo.
record?
Now you're going beyond and above of trying to put something out that is not true. We have too many freaking pedophile molesters, 50, 60, 80 years ago that abused kids, little kids, stuff like that. I mean,
Amen.
that was not freaking
Not
estrogen
to the
and a
level they are
vaccine.
now. No,
You
that
don't have
not
to
to
get
the
a
level they
vaccine
are
to
now.
be evil.
It is.
Bravo.
It's when sin encompass a nation. This is the kind of crap that goes on.
No, we're
It gets
talking
worse
about
and
evil,
worse.
Bravo.
It
We're talking
feeds.
about evil, and these
It
people
feeds on it.
brainwashing our
It
kids.
feeds on each other. You know what I
If
mean?
you don't fill our kid with a bunch of freaking bullshit, okay, then you won't be able to do all this bullshit that you're doing. It don't matter you get it freaking injected.
Uh,
Mental
that
stability had to change.
that goes without saying. They've been conditioning and programming us with TV shows, with
Thank you,
commercials and
Bravo.
everything else.
Thank
I know
you.
that.
Thank
That's
you,
not what I'm
Bravo.
saying. I'm in the
But don't try to
pharmaceutical
come out with
industry.
that bullshit about
I
sex.
know for a fact. I'm in the pharmaceutical industry. I've been for 30 fucking years.
Me
I
too.
know what's being put into shit. And it's in everything. It wasn't in everything. Look at pictures of the 60s, people on the beach and shit. They were all skinny. Why is everybody
Oh,
fat
Bravo, you are
now?
no
Why is
freaking
everyone
skinny
have
last time I
problems
checked.
now? Why are they having all these mental problems? They
Bravo.
didn't have that many back
You
then.
sound like
Bravo.
Dave, Bravo.
What?
Can I tell you why it's so many fat people today? Because a lot more parents, believe it or not, are poor today. And you know,
Yeah.
as a result of poverty, guess what,
Thank you.
Bravo?
Thank you.
The only thing they can really do is feed
Bread,
their
They didn't
children.
have
rice.
snack food. They didn't have Coca-Cola back then. They didn't have
Hey,
all the
Bravo,
shit
what
that
They
the
they
hell
had
have
it
you
and it
mean?
now.
was
Oh, it's
cheap.
been
I had
around
Coca-Cola when I
forever.
No,
was
they
2
didn't
years
A
have all
Snicker
old.
that.
used to be 25 cents.
No,
Thank you.
Oh,
it
it's been
Thank
was
you.
around for a long
it was a
time.
treat. They had soda shops in the
Bravo. You
50s.
were in the
It
dope
didn't
house
come to
when you
your
were a
house.
little kid.
You
Mary.
didn't have it with your dinner back then.
Hey,
You went to a
Mary,
soda
did you have
shop and
dinner
got
They
when you
ice
were a
still have
little
cream and you
kid?
had
McDonald's.
that.
They still have
It's
You
totally
had
McDonald's.
different now.
McDonald's,
Hey,
Burger
Bravo,
King,
Bravo.
and Snickers.
Thank you. Thank you. Bravo,
McDonald's,
Mary.
it didn't start till later on.
Hey,
And
Yeah,
Bravo,
Geno's
McDonald's.
Bravo.
chicken.
Hey, Mary, did you eat chicken?
I went to McDonald's back when it was before it was millions served.
And
Hey,
Geno's.
Bravo,
And
It's always
Geno's
Bravo.
started in the 60s or 70s.
Please, I want Mary to talk because Mary live in the same house than Bravo, and maybe Mary behaved good and he got the sneaker, but Bravo it was a pain in the ass, so he didn't get shit. But I'm not Mary. Can you testify,
Goose,
Mary, on that?
Goose, take a chill pill.
I'm trying to get Mary to testify. Mary,
Yeah.
did you drink a Coke when you were 2 years old?
He was just a baby. Come on.
Oh,
Believe it or not, Goose, believe it or not, we didn't have soda in the house when we were kids.
Thank
So-
you.
My mom
And
never
if we had anything
oh,
sweet,
okay.
if we had anything, we got like one
Bravo,
Pop
that
Tart.
was you,
We were allowed to have like
Mom. That
one
was-
Pop Tart a
Oh,
week.
bravo, Mary. But if you want to get a Coke, it was available. Your mom allowed you to, yeah?
Yeah, but she didn't allow us
Thank
to.
you, thank you. Bravo, that's different. You telling me you never saw a freaking Coke and a freaking M&M or a freaking sneaker. So you were in
You did.
jail or you
We
were
didn't.
somewhere that didn't allow you to go nowhere.
No, you know the only person that brought us candy was grandmother. That was the grandma. Grandma,
Oh,
she would bring
now you
the candy, but it was a treat. Like once in a while, you only got it. You didn't have it every fucking day
maybe
as your snack.
that
Come on.
affected you mentally, and you start going to the chemical side of the things, and now you want to know everything that you missed the last freaking 60 years. of
Right.
your
They
life.
didn't have Roundup when we were kids. They weren't spraying the crops to get them to dry quicker. And then they say it's okay to eat when it's MSDS sheet says it's poison.
Bravo.
Come on.
Revolution says something that's really good. He talk about how we eat. People don't have no money. They may not be able only to buy a loaf of freaking bread or a tortilla like we Mexican, Puerto Rican eat and bread. You know, you maybe had caviar and freaking vegetable because you could afford that, but we couldn't.
Oh,
So,
get out of
wait,
here.
so-
Who are you talking to?
And
here?
Bravo.
We were like the poorest ones in the neighborhood.
Bravo,
No,
you knew you was
what do you
middle
think you
class when you was
Any-
little.
Steak with hamburger, Goose. That's what we had.
hamburger, that was good.
And baked beans. If you could make it with baked beans and hamburger, we had it.
Well,
Man, if-
maybe
Here,
they watch what you eat, bro.
Goose,
And
I
say
used to
thank you
go
to
with
your
my
mom about
mom
that.
I used to go with my mom to the store. She would get, no lie, like a 25-pound bag of ground beef, and that's what we had. We had ground
Yeah.
beef.
And you had different type noodles with ground beef,
And then, Bravo,
and you had
Mexico,
with
Puerto
baked
Rico,
beans.
we didn't have that luxury of buying 25
That's a
pounds of
wholesome
meat.
meal, Bravo.
Yeah.
That's if I had baked beans and ground beef, I went and robbed banks. I was so happy. Listen, let me
No,
say this.
these aren't the sweetened baked beans. These are the baked beans that didn't have shit in them back
Then
then.
you
They were
poured
just
sugar in them.
bland.
Put some syrup on them.
You did. You got like black sugar, your brown sugar and stuff like that. And you put and ketchup, and you dump ketchup in
Hey,
it.
hang on, guys, hang on. I'm going to read something in the chat room here because I'm missing it. You guys said the person that was involved in the Bud Light was a sponsor or a spokesperson. That is completely incorrect. All Bud Light did was send her a specialized can and publicized it on her, and he publicized it on his Instagram. Let's correct that. It's not a she. So you don't have a name, so I can't.
Well, who
address
say
you.
that? I didn't say that.
Let me say
No,
this.
I'm reading the chat room. There's somebody in the chat room that said that. Yes, they did make him a spokesperson. That's how they got
Absolutely.
the can. Thank you.
Do you see how Maverick, when people are uninformed or misinformed, they
Exactly.
come at everybody else as if they are?
And they
You
have
ever
to come
notice
on the
that?
show. They have to come on the Slacker8 Alpha show to get schooled.
That's what we call fake news. Thank you.
Yeah, fake news, fake news.
Fake news alert. Fake news.
You got to do your research there, Cat, because that's all I can call you because you don't have a name there. You need to look at the story. He is a spokesperson for Bud Light. He's a spokesperson for tampons. He's a freaking spokesman for Olay makeup. So don't come to this crap saying that he's only it's homeboy. I should have known. I should have known better. That's like arguing with a gnat.
Everybody knows it.
I mean,
you guys were growing up, bro.
Hey, but you know what?
Well,
Maverick,
but I will say
Maverick.
this about Elgato down in Chad. I think somebody's being a bad kitty.
Yo, Eric is crazy.
you know, he should have known by the cat that it was him.
Hey, guys, you jumped in the wrong freaking chat room. Then you're going to get freaking burned out here big time.
Hang on. Here he comes.
Hey,
Here he
dude,
comes. Hang on.
Dude.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Er,
Let me see if I can get him in here. There he is. All right, Gato. What do you got to say?
Yeah, oh, man. No, they just send a specialized can. And let me tell you this. Did you know that Joe Rogan drank Bud Light on his podcast because he thought it was stupid?
No shit.
Because he thought what?
Yeah, the issue is over. Joe Rogan drank a Bud Light with somebody
I mean,
on,
look,
on his podcast to show that
honestly,
it was just silly.
for me,
Yeah.
for me,
shit.
look,
I don't give a shit.
my opinion is this: I really don't give a shit. Bud Light
You
did it.
gotta yeah, but in every news
I like
story,
Bud
it
Light.
was like,
I haven't had a Bud Light in a long time,
Yeah.
but I mean, to have a picture on the can. Look, I don't agree with it, but I mean,
was
Bud
the
Light's finding out
celebrator.
that it was a
it
bad
was to
mistake.
celebrate the 1 year anniversary, bro.
Of what? Being a trans?
Hey, Bravo. Hey, Bravo. I have to call Elgato a pickle smoocher. Maybe he represents.
Gato.
Oh, wow. Hey, where's Secret when you need him? Because I think Secret probably...
brother man. I got to tell you, brother man, I'm going to extend you an invitation to the winning side, homeboy. Please. Please.
Do I gotta put on a skirt to come there? Listen, let me say this.
Oh no.
Because y'all are crazy.
Hey, some respect, Revolution. Don't call him Pickle Smoocher, man. Come on.
No, Bravo called him a pickle smoocher. It wasn't me.
Oh, Bravo, you call it. Bravo throw the punch and hide his hand. Bravo, come on, be man up. Go against the Gato. Gato, we apologize to you, man. We don't want to call you Pickle Smoocher.
Oh, when I was a kid, nobody could tell me to be trans or gay or man. I saw a chick in a skirt and it got hard. You know what I'm saying? So come on.
Well, transgender get it hard too.
Hey, if we only had jokes in here,
well,
this
if you had too much glyphosate, you might change. You might not do that anymore.
Nobody could tell me. And that's honestly, if you guys are afraid of that, or everybody's afraid of that, just homeschool. You know, if you don't like what the school's doing.
No, it's
Oh
not with
wait,
homeschooling. Yeah,
Oh, wait,
but there are people
hang
that got
on,
to work.
hang on,
There
let
are
me
people
interrupt.
got to work and homeschool their kids.
Hang
The
on,
only
because
thing that we ask is don't brainwash our
let me
kids.
just
Don't
catch
do
a
that
minute.
Or
shit.
Look, why
mm,
why should we have to conform to their way?
Yeah,
well, if
right.
you're
Give me one empire.
Let
Give
me
me one empire
Bravo,
that
let him talk. Bravo,
this behavior.
hang on,
Bravo, let him talk, please.
let him answer.
Let him talk, please.
or you teach your kids, don't listen to it whenever they say that in school. Just cover your ears or something.
No, but
Earmuffs.
you
Earmuffs.
can answer my question. Why should we conform to their way? Why should we be forced to see it on the TV? Every commercial,
I
every
don't
show
see it
has
on the
to have a
TV. What are you talking
you
about,
don't watch
Oh,
bro?
TV then because
Mary, I got
every
a question.
single commercial has a gay couple in it. Every
Mary,
show now has a gay couple in it.
Eric's
You cannot
gay.
tell me that these things aren't. You must not watch TV because I don't know what TV you're watching.
well,
Because
I mean,
Gato, I got a
why are
question for
you
you.
so? Listen,
Yeah, every show,
listen.
every
Let's not
game
go
show,
backwards.
every game show has
Let's
one on there.
wait.
let's
You're
not
not
go
going to turn
backwards.
around what
Gay
I'm
people
saying.
are
You're not going
fine.
to change
Do
my
you
words.
understand? No. Do you
No.
understand?
Go ahead,
Hey, you came. This is my show. Remember, you came to my show, so you're going
I
to
know.
listen to what I
I
have to
know.
say first. You're not going to change my words. It has nothing to do with what I think about those people because I don't give a shit. What they
Those
do
people.
behind their own doors is they can do whatever the hell they want. But you're not going to come and tell me that I have to conform. Oh, well, if you don't like what they're teaching in the school about transgenders, take your kid out of school. Why
Well,
should I have to do
no,
that?
he said cover your ears.
Yeah, but why should I have to do that?
amen,
Well,
Maverick.
Mary,
Well,
Well,
Jesus, I'm just giving you
because
two options.
people.
Well, but
well,
you're not giving
I
me
think
any option.
Well, Gato, when
Because Maverick, it's because they think
Bravo
they know
call
better
you,
than us. They think they know
Bravo,
better than us, and they're
It's
gonna
not
Gato,
they're
that.
gonna ram it down
It's
our
not
throat
that.
whether we want to hear it or not. You
Gato,
know.
when Bravo call you
well,
pick a
Can I?
smoocher or revolution, you should have covered your ears and wouldn't get mad.
Hang on, go
We're
ahead,
giving
Eric.
you the same advice.
Go ahead, Eric.
well, I think basically where
No,
this is
no. What
going
I'm
with
saying is,
Bravo and with
like, you got
Maverick.
to be strong. You got to teach your kids.
You gotta be mentally strong.
Well,
Remember that,
I
Gato.
Right.
think
You got
we're
to teach your kids to be
I
mentally
think we're
strong and
Bravo
say
and
when.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Eric.
are you finished, Gato? What I'm going to say about Bravo and Revolutionary Bro and Maverick, the point we're making, or at least trying to make, is we don't need people telling us how we're going to live our lives. We're going to live our lives the way we see fit because God blessed us with a gift called free will.
Well, I understand Gato. Maybe Gato saying, the hell with it. I don't care. Maybe he don't have no kids. Gato, you got kids in school?
Right. Do you know what the
Gato, do you have any kids in school?
He's apparently muted.
why
He
are
gone.
kids why is that the biggest demographic of children that commit suicide, to turn into alcoholics, to drug addicts, and everything else?
Bravo, it's a
That
mental
area. That's true.
illness. It's a mental illness,
It's a
Bravo.
mental
Of
illness,
course.
and it's not good spiritually. You know that,
Well,
Goose.
Bravo, but you can't. You know how I feel about things, but I don't want to be blasting the transgender community. The
I don't
only
want
thing
to. I
I
don't want to bring God
against,
into this one. We better not bring God into this
Bravo,
one. Come
Bravo,
on, dude.
Bravo. Let me talk. We let you talk all the time. Respect our
Oh
views.
God, Goose, I can't get a word edgewise in. Go ahead.
Second I talk. Thank you, Bravo. Appreciate it, my brother.
Go ahead, Goose.
What I'm saying is this. You understand our view, because my view is the same view of Maverick, that we don't give a shit what you do. Okay? I don't want to be judging you, but now when you step into my arena where my kids are, then we got a problem with that. Okay? That's the issue. Keep you stuck to yourself like they did for 80 years. Okay? You want to marry another man? Go ahead, do so. That's between you and God. That's it. But don't come to my school and where my kids are and trying to indoctrinate them. That's what I disagree.
Amen, Goose.
Thank
Can
you.
I say this really quick, guys?
Brother in. Sorry, yeah.
Let me say this really quick. Don't you know that El Gato said that we should take our kids out of school and homeschool them as if we're not taxpayers and haven't been since our kids
Exactly.
been. So they got to
Exactly.
give us the same taxpayer respect as we give.
Well,
Or give us our money
that is a
back
problem.
then, right?
Thank you.
Give us all of our money back, our
Exactly.
tax money.
Give it back.
But guys, you need to stop scaring people. Now
Well,
you
fuck,
scare
I'm just
Gato. He
listen.
got out
You
of the
gotta do
door.
something.
Goose, we've all been saying the same thing. They can do what they want in their own house, but when it turns into corporate sin, we have a responsibility to come out against it. They
Yeah,
can
but
do what the hell
we
they want.
want to
Individual
respect.
sin, we're not the judges for individual sin. We are the judges for corporate sin that is trying to destroy our way of life.
Bravo,
Well,
I'm gonna buy
goddamn,
you a
then you
new
need to
pair
go
of
after
shoes
the
for that.
government, Bravo.
Maverick.
You need to go go after
Yeah.
the freaking government. They're the one who promoting all this bullshit. No
Hang on.
justice
Can
in
I
our
tell you
country
guys
right
something?
now.
Can I give you guys
Hang
some
on.
flowers?
Yeah, I got
Hey,
you.
before going Matrix and go on mute again.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Hey, you guys always entertain me, even though Just want to say that.
Nah, it's
Thank
cool.
you, Gato. Thank you, Gato.
We don't mind you coming on. I mean, yeah,
Hey, Gato, we stood up for you a little bit, even though you got some crazy ideas, but you know, we give you a slack. What about?
even though you're a Biden lover, we don't mind you coming to the show.
Hey, Gato, you love Biden?
He's a Democrat.
God damn, get him out of here! Oh, the motherfucker here.
He's gone. He left.
Yeah, he's a Democrat. Yeah.
Well, we can't hate anyone for their choices, though. We
He's a
cannot hate
Biden
anyone
lover.
for their choices.
What kind of chemical affected Hunter Biden's brain?
Yeah, it was called crack.
Crack.
Cocaine.
Yeah. That's right.
Earn you the man, Earn. That's a freaking chemical, Bravo. The freaking bear of our country. Freaking cocaine crack. And right now we got fentanyl that's killing our kids today. Every
Yeah, see, the
freaking
victim-
day.
Right.
victim that-
You imagine? Do you imagine if Don Jr. was like Hunter
You're
Biden?
Cuban.
For
You're supposed
God's
to like
sake,
cocaine,
man.
Goose.
Oh, he's still here. Gato's still here.
Where's he at? He's not showing on the board.
Biden, freaking Gato got a
Yeah, he's on my
different.
board.
I see him.
He's
Yeah.
like, meow.
on my
It's like a
board.
cat. Yeah, like a Gato. Meow. Somewhere in the corner.
Oh, man.
But Bravo, I mean, all these things that's going on in our countries, they are created by our government, and we all agree what's going on. Okay, now they're doing it openly. They don't give a shit what you think about it. They're gonna do it. That's why they freaking release all these freaking demons and evil. It's no more about politicians. Because even though we win the freaking House and the Senate, they're going to do the same shit. Because they did it when Trump was the president, and they're going to continue until we fix this shit and we have somebody who can enforce the freaking law in our country. That's a freaking problem. We got judges that are very corrupt, and they don't give a shit about you and I, and they don't give a shit about nobody else but themselves and their bank account. That's it. Okay?
Right.
We don't fix that shit.
But who's gonna pull down this old system? Who's got
I
the
don't
power
know.
to do it?
I don't freaking
who's
know.
got the
If I
power to
wouldn't
do it?
know, I would tell you.
Gooses.
My Bravo.
Good, Gato.
No, I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Hey, first of all, Goose, you're Cuban, so you and Hunter Biden. I mean, you guys both should love cocaine, like Scarface. Yo no lo sé, like toda Montana, man.
Hey, Gato, you got it wrong. I'm freaking Puerto Rican, motherfucker. Nothing against Cuban, but
Right.
you know everybody uses that
You got to
shit.
get your accent right. You have to know that accent. He's Puerto Rican. You can tell. Yeah.
He's Puerto Rican.
Bravo.
Oh shit.
How you can tell that, Bravo?
I can
were
tell.
You were
Yeah.
raised in the freaking goddamn wood back there in goddamn Jersey. You never had a Puerto Rican next to you.
Yeah, we did. We had Puerto Ricans in Jersey. In Philadelphia, there was Puerto Ricans all the time.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
Exactly.
community
You're right.
in Atlantic City,
Revolution.
Atlantic City, and
Revolution.
Puerto. Yeah.
Revolution first girlfriend was a freaking Puerto Rican.
I don't know how you know. You must have been
The
following me the
Puerto,
hell around.
the Puerto Rican girls were beautiful
Hey,
back
Chick
then, man.
Revolution.
Amber, welcome to the show. Doreen, welcome to the show.
But I want to tell you guys that Hunter Biden and freaking Biden family, they're freaking rich. And the last time I checked my account, I don't have I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah,
So
Did you see
if you want to become rich, join the Democrats. You will become rich.
Did you see the video of him going in the back door? To for
Bravo,
his
that was his double.
yeah. Hey, you're starting to catch on now. Good job.
Oh, Goose, you're in trouble.
I got a dirty little secret. Man, look, I might vote Democrat.
Oh my God.
That's a
That's a
back in the
mental
Matrix.
disorder. Come on. Break free.
Your signal's whacked out there.
So let's be honest.
That's what happens when you're a
What
Democrat.
matters?
You can't afford a real
Hey,
mic or anything.
excuse me. Eric
Hey,
is talking.
Those Obama
Eric.
phones only work so well.
Hey,
Hey,
so
Eric. Who
what
got
matters?
Obama phone? The gato?
Gato, yeah, he's got an Obama phone.
Hey, so what is any one positive thing that this administration has done? Be honest now. You're
I
being
think
honest.
two
Yes,
pesos
I
in the
got
back of
one.
my phone. I think it works now.
Okay, now what is the one positive thing, if there is one, that this current administration has done? I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm being honest. An honest question. What has this
That's
administration
for who?
done?
Gato? Is that question
No.
For everyone. That's for
Oh,
everyone
well.
to answer. What has this administration done for our protection? What have they done for our country as a whole? I'm talking about.
Well,
Isn't Biden running again on his new platform? He's the protector of the country now? Isn't that his new?
Is he?
Yeah,
no
Really?
slogan.
that's
Eric,
his new
Really?
slogan.
last
Yeah.
time I checked, 36% of our country agree with that freaking idiot. So many people think he's
Okay.
doing a lot of good things.
As
What
old
I'm
as
saying is,
Biden is, why don't he run on the platform of a zombie? Because I'm surprised he made it this long.
He
Yeah.
doesn't look
what's
like a
funny was
zombie.
there was a meme that
You
was
look
put
like
out
a
by
zombie?
AI or
You
something.
must have seen his double there.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah, they had a meme that was put out. I can't do shit about that now or whatever it said, something like that.
I mean, guys, one thing, Mary, can you update?
What did he say? What did he say? He said, "Hey, if you don't think there's global warming, then you should come along with me to the next fire I go to." I'm like, what the hell is that all about? God, he's such a moron.
Bravo.
Do any of y'all think Kamala's gonna
come on.
still be his vice
Have some
president for the
respect
second
for
term?
Gato's president.
Eric, you need to worry about freaking Georgia. You let us down last freaking term.
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah, so how are we
I had
gonna
no
fix
control
Georgia,
over
Eric?
that.
Georgia, all we got to do is stop putting the damn drop boxes in Atlanta. We'll be fine.
Well, our governor
Amber, what's
here,
up, Amber?
they just
welcome
put
to the
out
show,
last
Amber.
week, Mary. We don't want to have no drop-off boxes or anything our next election.
Yeah, did you see? Hey, did you see North Carolina's Supreme Court just came out and said photo IDs are acceptable. Yeah.
Well, that don't mean anything.
Yeah, but that
Bravo.
don't mean anything. That's just
Yeah, what that mean,
acceptable. It
That
Bravo?
means
That means that we
no.
accept.
They
doesn't mean
stopped
you're
us. They
excited.
stopped us from doing it before. Now we can go
Well, you gotta
forward with it.
rephrase what you just say because it sounds like, yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the way you
Supreme
just
Court
said
said
it.
that the state can go ahead with it. They stopped us. We had it in there to go ahead and use it.
That you have to have an ID to vote.
Yeah, but you didn't
Yes.
say that. You said
You didn't say
Bravo.
that freaking.
They had a law, right?
or
They
that
had a law where
vaccine
we
that you
had to
take.
use it. Listen, Goose, they had a law where we had to use it. And then they came out and they took us to court, and tried to stop it. The Supreme Court just came out and said, yes, you can do it. So now they're going to institute it. So we will have
We will
have-
have
Bravo.
That didn't sound
Yeah.
All
like
right, hang
that
on,
when you
guys.
said
Hang
it.
on, hang on. I want to welcome Amber to the panel. Amber, welcome to the
Mav,
show.
you're so sweet. Thank you, Thank you, everyone.
Amber,
I love my
you
friends.
little gato.
Amber.
So good to see my friends, all the people I'm fans of on the show. So good to be with you guys.
Ah,
You
welcome,
you
welcome.
you feel
All we're
sick.
missing is caps.
Well,
I did
Cat
follow-
is
I
next
did
to
follow
you, so he
Amber
might go.
May, on your Rumble page. I did follow you. Oh, there you go.
What did you say,
Yeah, Ert's talking a little
I
low
followed
today.
you.
I don't know why.
You got to yell into it like I
Amber.
do.
Amber, is depressed because the Navy invited a VIP named drag queen to the Navy shit. So
Yeah, yeah.
we gotta make sure he don't get too depressed.
Now
Oh,
she's leading the
geez.
recruiting for the Navy, so or
Wow.
he, I should say.
You know, we're going to go from number one to like the lowest of the low because nobody around the world will take us serious with
Nope.
We are Joe.
people like that in the
Oh,
military.
yeah, I'm sure everybody's
How
laughing
is
at
the
it.
drag queen intimidating to anybody? It's not. If you're going to put a drag queen up against a Russian soldier, who's going to be more intimidating? The Russian soldiers. If you looked at Russia propaganda commercials compared to the American I want to enlist you commercials, the Russian ones are killing it. The American ones are looking at homosexuality like, oh, my mom's gay and then I became a soldier. Who freaking cares?
Oh yeah.
Have a badass versus having
The Russian
a
ones
snowflake.
they're real tough and badass ones. Yeah, they're commercials.
God, I can't
Hey,
believe what I'm hearing.
We are giving our enemies so much propaganda that the people from those countries we use against us, and we motivate them to go after Americans. Okay.
Are
Ert
you
is
guys
so
really
sweet. Thank you, Ert. I
saying
followed your
Russian
Rumble
is
page.
better than America right now?
Right now, if they
No,
come here, they
what
will
I'm
kick our
saying
freaking
is
ass.
Oh my
the
God.
commercials that they're showing for their military versus ours.
I don't.
It's the Russian military commercials look intimidating. The American ones
It's a
look like
macho.
wimpy.
Yeah, they're macho.
Hey, Bravo! Show Gato the
They can have
picture
a
that you
better
talked about
Hey,
a few minutes
Goose,
ago.
Goose. Hey,
Yeah.
Goose, handle
Who
the show
gives
for
a
a minute.
shit
Right
about
back.
commercials? Those guys can't get to the moon.
But Gato,
Hey,
who gives a
Goose.
shit about the moon?
None of us have been to the moon yet.
Yes,
Goose.
yes.
Oh
Let me
no.
ask a
Are
question. Gato,
Are we taking advice from a man with a cat or a kitten in a circle? Listen, let me say this. It's no way that El Gato don't understand that when you put images out there, image is everything. If
yes,
they
yes.
feel as though they don't have nothing to
That's
fear from
propaganda. You're
America, they
right.
will not respect
Yeah.
it.
You're
Yeah.
right. Propaganda.
You're right.
They're gonna say they're a bunch of gay and that's it, and they're gonna go after you.
That's what happened with the commercials. And let me tell you, the Russian commercial looked freaking intimidating. And then they
Yes.
showed the army one. And I'm just like, that was the most wimpiest commercial
are
I've ever
really talking
seen.
about
I don't want to
commercials.
enlist. America is just a joke. Anyone can kick our ass. That's the image
Oh
that they're
my
putting
God.
out there.
Yeah. And when you have these girls where they're twerking on in their barracks, everything, and putting it online and all that, these new recruits, where you're like, what
No,
the hell are
that's
they
called
doing?
freaking basic training, bro. You're
It
right.
was basic
Yes.
training. Can you believe that shit?
Yes.
We weren't allowed to have our phones in
I
basic
can't
training.
believe
We didn't have
they
phones
have
back
the
then.
military today versus the
Right.
military you guys served is like downhill. Like there is
180 degree.
there's no
Yeah.
respect for rank.
The
No.
military
No,
is
it's
How
not.
can you
pandering.
have discipline? How can you have discipline and a good fighting machine? You
That's
can't.
right.
The
Bravo,
military
it's
is
like you go
pandering.
take a shower
Very
in the
controversial.
army barracks, and
Very
then you have these people looking at you dingling, a transgender. You know,
Yeah,
what can you do?
I know. I
So
wouldn't go
that's
in there.
The only transgender I ever
Yeah.
saw growing up was on MASH, and that was only because he wasn't really transgender. He just wanted to get out of Vietnam. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's all a joke. But now I feel like
Korea.
Hollywood was prepping us for today. Like, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, the movie. What was the movie? He was pregnant in the movie, a man pregnant in the movie. Junior.
What?
And then
I never
it's like
saw
all these movies start indoctrinating us it was a joke. We
Stop
like,
it.
yeah, right, a man pregnant,
It's a
hilarious.
comedy.
And then
It's a
look now.
comedy.
And then the Terminator, hello, Skynet. What do we have now?
Now,
Machines
let me ask
taking
you.
over, AI taking over.
Let me ask the audience. I'm gonna switch a little bit. What you guys think, girls, think about Tucker Carlson being stuck in Fox News, and Fox News had the freaking key for his release? He already been offered by another news network $25 million a year and more.
One News, yeah.
So
I'm
what do you
kind
think
of
is going
happy
on?
that, on a
Me
way,
That
I'm
too.
was
happy
a
Fox
value
fired him.
team.
You know why?
Yeah,
It'll
flush
sink
Fox
Fox.
down the
Value
toilet.
team.
It'll
That's what I
sink
say.
Fox, and Fox needs to be sunk.
Yes,
And
I
so
agree.
Tucker
Wow.
Carlson's going to be just fine, but Fox
Well,
needs to
Amber,
go.
you know
So
what's
you,
going on? Even we
Um,
are audience, we forget
so
that
you
freaking
guys are.
Fox News turned their back on Trump on those final day of
Oh
freaking
my
Yeah,
election
God.
because
and didn't
I,
cover the freaking pedophile Biden pass and freaking didn't cover up where the Hunter freaking goddamn laptop never talk about it and very
right.
key things that was going on those days in the campaign. Fox is one of them.
There,
51% of the chair
so
is
you're
owned by
turning your back on
Fox.
Fox News.
Fox News is a Benedict Arnold. At least we
It's,
knew with CNN what we were getting. We knew they
yes.
were, but Fox News
This is
screwed us.
outstanding.
We
Hey,
all knew
Gato,
Fox News
respect
when
the audience, please.
2020
thank you,
happened and they
Elgato.
called Biden for Arizona. That's when everybody knew they were not legit.
I love
I
it.
mean, I
Gato, they're
remember
really
watching Carrie
corrupt, man.
Lake
They
and
are.
John Hook on the Fox affiliate, and I remember looking at John Hook thinking he is trying to be as professional as possible, but inside
Can I
he's
say,
like, what the
can I
crap
say
just
something about all
happened?
this?
Yeah, go for it. Gato.
So Fox News, 2/3 of their audience left, or that's what I heard, and Tucker Carlson's not even on the air. So that's a lose-lose, guys. What's going to happen? I mean,
Well,
Oh hell no!
We are
Tucker
waiting.
Carlson. I hope he starts
I
his
will
own
say
thing.
this.
Him and the
That's how
other
you
two.
force
but
those media
Fox,
outlets, Gato. You
Fox,
leave the freaking channel 2/3. That's a lot of commercials they're gonna be losing. That's a lot of money. You heard they were a freaking hurt. Like the Bud Light shit.
no, I
Because you gotta
know,
buy
but
Bud
what I'm
Light.
saying is,
Showing all that
right
shit. That's
now,
how you do it.
who's the voice besides the Maverick
Voice.
and Goose show?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
No.
Gato.
Well, you got one. You got what? One News. Is it called One News?
One
And then you
American
got
News,
One
I
American
love
News.
One
You got
America.
My parents,
Newsmax.
my
That's
parents
where
are
I get
getting all the
Newsmax,
fucking
Right Side
money.
Broadcasting.
Yeah,
I get
Well,
you got
they offer
Newsmax.
him $25 million and
Right.
maybe more. So
Man,
we doing this, we are forcing them to release him.
Hey,
oh, they're not.
I'm gonna. This is like a little parable. You know, when they went into Sodom, they had to get Lot out of there before they burned it. You know what I mean?
Bravo, why do they want to keep it until 2024 when it's a freaking prime time campaign? These people are in cahoot with the Biden campaign too. Remember, BlackRock is a key issue there. They
Yeah.
hold what? 51% of the
This
freaking
is a
Fox News share.
conspiracy theory, but you're
51%.
saying that the Democratic Party has so much power that they're even controlling Fox fucking News?
It's not the
Again,
Democratic
Gato.
are
Party.
Democrats. The owners are
Gato, it's
Democrats.
not more about
The
a
It's not.
Murdoch.
fucking goddamn political person. It's about good and evil, and we going after freaking evil. They are
Well,
evil. Even
The
Republicans
Murdochs.
are evil.
The Murdochs who own Fox are Democrats. They're liberals.
We are going against the
They're
forces of
compromised.
evil.
Yeah.
It's no more
exactly.
political,
What,
Gato. It's the
what did
forces
I
of
miss?
evil.
Well,
Gato? What did I
well,
miss?
I
Bravo.
missed this
Hello.
about Tucker
We talked so
Carlson.
much crap. You missed it all, man.
Yeah, we trying to
Yeah.
school Gato. Gato just asking for some
I
knowledge,
could,
advice, and we
I
try to
could have,
tell him all both
I could
political
have told
sides
you
they're
Fox
Hi,
messed
Big
News
up.
Papa.
sucked
Gato.
5 years ago.
Be,
I
be,
could have told you
Well,
Fox News sucked 5 years ago. Come on, bro.
Bravo, Maverick
well,
and Goose.
Well,
Can I ask you
you
guys a
love
but
question?
CNN.
but
Yeah,
you can't have. There's a lot of normies out there that still look at Fox News as being the other side. You can't
Right.
have a fake conservative outlet out there
Wow.
you
I can't
know,
believe what I'm
we
hearing.
have to get rid of them. You know, they're not serving the purpose anymore. Get
People
rid of
also
them. We
think
got other ones to
What are
take
my
the
mom and
spot of
dad
Fox
gonna
News.
watch? They're not gonna get on the
Bravo.
internet.
They're gonna watch
Bravo,
the
Maverick.
Amber May show, Slacker and Maverick show. They're gonna watch Real America's Voice. They're
Gato,
gonna
you
look at
want
the
to learn?
Western
Come to
Journal.
our show. If we can get you straight, or Eric
Bravo,
get you
Maverick
straight.
and Goose. Can I ask you guys a question really quick?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Revolution.
Watch this. If somebody offered you guys a 50 million drop for you to take your show in a whole nother direction, wouldn't you do it? All news media is fake because they're only as real as their sponsors allow them to be.
He's right.
Understand this. Any network who start out one way, if they're offered money, they are willing to go another.
Right. And the thing that sunk him supposedly was the fact of the way he handled the January 6th thing, which good. He was telling the damn truth, for gosh sake.
Well,
Revolution.
and I will say this about Tucker, that when they dumped Tucker like they did, they really just put Tucker in a position of becoming like this,
Like
this
a
martyr,
king.
this like American
Yes.
hero.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh, they
agree.
did that
Yes,
to
they
Glenn
did.
Beck and O'Reilly. So come on.
Well, they
O'Reilly
did.
thing, I do
25
not
million.
like
That's more
O'Reilly.
than he was. That's more than he was
Well,
making it.
and this is the same Bill O'Reilly who's like
You're
saying,
right.
"F it, we'll do it live."
He's not good. He was not a good broadcaster, and he is not a
No.
conservative.
Well,
I do not like
He was
O'Reilly.
definitely not a
Well,
conservative. No.
Yep.
Well,
Oh my
O'Reilly's
God.
got
No, O'Reilly
a supermassive
wasn't.
ego is what he's got.
Massive
O'Reilly
ego is
would go.
correct.
He would go. The wind blew him around both ways.
Yep,
You know?
that's right.
What about the blonde chick, Megan O'Kelly or whatever the fuck her name is?
Oh, she's doing really good for herself.
Megan Kelly.
Yeah, Megan Kelly is.
Is she a
Yeah.
And
conservative to
I
you?
think and I read a very interesting story online. I think I saw it on Twitter that if God willing, Tucker does like a podcast. I know he would probably be giving Joe Rogan, Megan Kelly, Steven Crowder, and Tim Pool a run for their money. But if he also
100%.
decides to do a syndicated radio show, I think he'd be a worthy successor to a certain Rush
think-
Limbaugh.
Oh,
I
yes.
think you're wishing upon
Eric,
a
you're
star.
right.
They're going to kill this guy.
Yeah, because we don't have a Rush Limbaugh anymore. We don't have anyone of that caliber.
Hey,
But I think
guys.
that he is.
Remember, they're gonna try to do what they did to Bill
gonna
O'Reilly.
kill
The
him.
same thing to Tucker.
I mean, not like that.
No, God,
It's still who?
The same thing. Tucker. I mean, Bill O'Reilly was really good, but they killed him. They really did. They killed
did.
his
Gonna
freaking
try to
Well,
kill
yeah.
his career,
How
too.
often do you hear about him anymore? Not very much.
Exactly.
No.
They offer him. They give him so much
Um,
money for like 2 years. He was in the payroll. Then they release him. Then nobody give a shit about him anymore.
No.
And
That's how they do
Because he
it.
wasn't really conservative. So real conservatives, you really didn't follow him. I never
That's
watched
how.
him.
That's
Never
how they
watched
train
him.
you.
Why do you
was
like
really
Tucker
good.
so much? He
I
said
agree
himself
with
that he
Bravo.
lies.
Goddamn, Bravo, Gato, you sound like a little kid, man. Mute yourself. Thank you. Go ahead.
well, and I
Goose,
think
first
another-
one.
My personal opinion is
He's
I
like
don't
my
really-
little kid. Give me my cookie, daddy.
Goose,
mean,
I want to hear Mav. I want to hear Maverick.
I mean, my
go ahead.
personal opinion about Tucker is, I honestly, I never really listened to him. I mean, I listened to him a few times because I have the app. What was that app we gave me, Goose? Fox something?
Yeah.
Fox Nation. I think I listened
That
a
shit
couple of times
perfect.
on
Hell
that.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have an opinion either way.
well, the Writers Guild is on strike again.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to miss all our good shows.
Well,
Who's
Yeah.
on strike? Wait. Who's on
the
strike?
Writers Guild of America just, called another strike again because how the streaming services like your Paramount Plus and Peacock and Netflix and even some of the other streaming services like Fox Nation have really kind of taken off like they have, and the writers want to be compensated for it fairly. And then another point I'm also going to touch on, over at Fox News, the only other worthwhile personality still there is Greg Gutfeld, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's next in line to go. And to me, he
Well,
kind
Maria
of comes
isn't
across
too
to me
bad.
like he might be
Maria
the next
isn't
Johnny
too bad.
Carson.
But Garfield is
Well,
freaking
and
funny.
with Gutfeld, I could see him easily becoming the next Johnny Carson, even though we can never replace Johnny Carson.
And I agree with you,
Gutfeld would
Eric.
probably be a
Yeah.
worthy successor to
How about this?
Carson.
Why do you guys think that Hannity's still there? And not
I
getting-
don't like Hannity. You know why?
You
I
know
don't
what?
like
either.
Hannity's a neocon.
His show is nothing but a bitch fest. That's all
Yeah,
his show
I
is.
agree.
He
I
gets
agree.
people fired up. There's never a solution, and that pisses me off to no
And
end.
he
He's just a
basically
bitch
has
fest
Lindsey
guy.
Graham on just about every night.
Oh God!
Hey,
And he's a
he's
damn
gay.
war hawk. We don't need any more war hawks.
He's a mucho, pico smoocher.
Well,
Pickle smooch. Oh boy.
Well, no, he's not
well,
that.
and
but-
and if
Well,
Raccoon
Bravo,
was here,
what you say? That guy in the army,
he-
the army, he had that freaking. That was one of his secrets when he was in the army. That everybody knew he was gay.
Who?
Who?
Lindsey Graham.
Oh yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt Lindsey Graham.
I
That's
didn't
what I'm
know
saying.
that.
And
I mean,
and what's his name caters to him.
he's allegedly gay.
Well, I know there's a big gay sex ring up in that area. I know that.
In
I have a
Atlanta,
friend that
it is.
confirmed it.
Yeah.
In Atlanta,
There you go.
is
There
the,
you go.
Eric, Eric,
Slacker8 Alpha show.
I would not
Atlanta
want to be a
is the
part of that.
LBGT of the world. Okay.
Good God,
Atlanta.
Goose.
Yeah,
What?
they are. They brought
Very
they brought
controversial.
Hollywood there.
Very
Of
controversial.
course, Revolution. Who went to Atlanta the last
Well, this
10
is not your
years?
first time on the
Hollywood.
show.
Hollywood. Who got
But
released?
understand-
Who got released the day of the elections of the two freaking the Senate last year? Who got released? The basketball player, LBGT.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they were looking for that vote.
And why does Tyler Perry have a mock-up, a true size mock-up of the White House and everything right near the Atlanta airport?
Really?
Wonder what?
That's the Black
You
House.
need to
sir.
pay attention to
That's
those
where all the
things.
Republicans and Democrats go
that's
to
the White
get.
House.
That's Biden. That's Biden's White House, really.
I want to hear
I
what
mean,
Luke
You're in the
Luke
Matrix,
has to
Revolutionary
say.
You release the Merchant of Death for a basketball player. A Merchant of Death is a freaking super high profile person that you don't release just like that.
Hey, Goose, did you see the interview that he did the other day? The basketball player. Dude, if that's not a dude, I've been saying he's a dude for all this time, and everybody's like, "Oh, come on, man, that's not a dude."
I
But if you
saw it,
listen
and
to the
I
interview
thought it.
that he
I
did
thought it
the
was
other
a
day-
man. Maverick.
Yeah.
I thought it was a man.
Can I-
That was
can
the
I say
lady,
three
supposedly the lady from Russia.
Yeah.
Was that the one? I was so confused. I was like, I thought the basketball player was a female, but this guy looks
Did
like a
He
man.
talked exactly.
Look, did you look at the throat? I
No,
mean,
he
sometimes they have the Adam's apple taken out, but you can still
Look
tell
at
by
the
the
throat.
throat.
Hey, Bravo, you gotta listen to the interview. It's like me or you talking.
It was Maverick. It was. So, are you
First
trying
of
to
all,
say
can
he
I-
wasn't good
I'd like
enough
to
to make the
apologize for my
NBA? So
Obama
the
phone.
second best is WNBA. Oh my god.
Exactly. That's
Oh
exactly
my
why.
god.
Guys, I
I
want to
was so
apologize for my
confused.
Obama phone.
Yeah, I know.
But
What's wrong with
this-
that thing, man? You gotta
And-
upgrade to the Biden phone.
The Biden
There's a
phone.
new one
And
now.
second of all, Goose, can I tell you something? Since you're Puerto
That was
Rican,
funny.
Oscar De La Hoya was the better boxer than Felix Trinidad. And third, I agree with you guys.
Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, he was pretty good.
He beat Trinidad, Goose. Come on.
Come on, Goose. He beat Trinidad.
Did
That
Oscar
was
De La
a
Hoya
bullshit
die?
decision. He dressed in drag too.
He's not dead, is he?
Oscar De La Hoya
I
is
didn't
still
think he
alive.
was.
No,
Yeah,
he's
no.
alive.
Yeah.
He's a cokehead.
Marion Heller, welcome to the show. And I don't know what that
See,
is.
Goose agrees because he stayed quiet.
Not saying anything. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Amber, I'm if that's not a dude, I want
think it
somebody-
was a dude, man.
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah,
believe it.
absolutely.
I could not. I was like,
I've
it
seen
looked like a
pictures.
man. It sounded like a man.
I've seen pictures of when
I'm
he
back.
was a
I'm
dude.
back. I'm sorry, guys.
When he was making himself be a dude.
I-
Because he had his shirt off and everything, and the
Tell
same
him what I said.
Who was that, Maverick?
Tell him
Who
what I
was
said.
that?
The basketball player, the one that's
I
supposed to be
can't
a chick.
believe they let him play in a women's league.
I knew it
Amber,
when I first saw
you
him.
gotta believe everything today. I mean,
can't. I'm still like so naive.
Come on, you got guys that are in the MMA dominating in there, beating up all the
Cool.
girls because they're freaking guys.
No,
yes.
El
stop.
Gato
Couldn't
got
make
something
them
to
in the
tell you.
male fucking side.
Go ahead, Gato. What's up?
You're gonna tell me that's not true,
Oscar
Gato?
De La Hoya whipped Philly Trinidad's ass.
Let's
That
go
was
on
a
that.
horrible decision. Mexico over Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there was
Okay.
Maverick. There was just a fight on the like 3 weeks ago where that a dude beat the shit out of this girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, on MMA. Yeah.
That is insane. Hey Goose,
Revolution.
are you? Hey Goose,
Revolution.
Goose, are you Puerto Rican?
Revenga.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, Gato come out with some fucking bullshit. We talking about this, and he come out with something else. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I know.
I wanted to,
What
I just
do
wanted
you
to tell you
expect?
that.
You gotta
And Goose.
Hey,
And Goose. I mean,
yes.
the guy with the big boobs, the shop teacher. You see that one where he was a shop teacher and his boobs are so big they like drag on the ground?
Dude, I
Come
need
on.
to see this.
That's
video.
normal.
Then,
That's
Bravo, what you
normal.
doing looking
I
at?
hate
I
that.
thought you only,
Nothing unusual with that.
Bravo,
With
what
big
you
nipples
doing watching
too.
that kind of stuff?
I
Man?
need
Yeah,
to-
I know.
It's gross.
What kind of TV
Bravo.
are you watching, Bravo?
Bravo, what kind of
Yeah.
TV?
He's all over.
You gotta.
He's all over the blogosphere and all over
Well,
Telegram.
Bravo, just
Bravo.
throw it off. Don't do
Why
like
did you
freaking
have to
nerd.
have your hand in your pants when you're watching them?
Bravo.
That's what I don't get.
Oh man.
Don't do
Hey,
like
get a real cat on that. That's a fake cat, for God's sake.
Bravo. I need to ask you something. Did you see the Seinfeld episode when they were talking about a man, bra?
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that one.
Hey,
You
Bravo.
guys
When
haven't
you're
seen.
that heavy and you're a dude and you have boobs, you
Yep.
need to wear
No, I'm
a
serious.
bra.
You haven't seen the pictures of this
Hey,
dude.
Bravo, you gotta
He's a
respect
school
Amber. She's in our
teacher.
chat room.
He's a school teacher. He went ahead and had this surgery, and I'm telling you, his boobs are huge. I mean, like gigantic.
Okay, that's
How many
kind of
times
funny.
did you rewind it? How
You
many
know
times
what,
did
guy?
you rewind
You know what? Now he has his own set of tits he can play with. I mean,
Yeah.
is he distracted all day? Because my husband said if he had his own set of tits, he'd be distracted, not working all day.
How many tissues did you use?
Oh, I don't want to know. Don't say. Don't say.
Hey, why do you have a cat on there?
You see, Bravo, that's why I don't want to talk out. I mean, Bravo's all day in the internet, so that's why he find all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. Don't go on the internet, please. Stay off of there.
We're talking about Tucker, talking about the stuff, and Bravo come out with freaking hanging down to the freaking
guy? Did you see
goddamn
the guy with the 15-inch dong, man? It was disturbing, man.
You guys don't watch the news then. You guys don't watch the news. If you haven't seen that dude, you'd say, holy shit, yeah, I saw that.
Gato,
I don't watch the news. I don't watch
Gato,
the
do
news.
you watch news like that?
No. I don't
What
watch
about you,
it.
Gato?
It's on regular news.
I don't watch regular news.
People filed.
Hell
I'm
fucking
talking
no,
about like
bro.
newspaper news. I don't watch regular news either.
break my-
You
I
know,
don't think Gato watched
different
that.
newspapers have been covering it. I forget what state he's from, but there's been a fight because the parents want him out of there because they say he's obscene, and then and they're trying to keep him in there because the school board's trying to keep him in there. It's a big fight right now. You guys are crazy. You haven't seen that.
Well, but Bravo, if the guy want to have freaking big boobs, nothing wrong with
No,
that.
it's not big boobs. I'm telling you, they're the size of basketballs.
No, they're huge prosthetic.
Yes.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Oakville teachers shock students by wearing huge prosthetic breasts to
With
shock
huge
them.
Amber, what you
nipples.
doing, Amber?
With gigantic nipples. I mean,
Amber,
they're-
stop watching that, Amber.
This is so funny. Oh my god.
Bravo! You see what you created, Bravo?
I'm
yeah,
gonna put
I'm
it in
just
the
saying
chat.
that's big news. What state is that? Which state
Not
is that,
everybody
Amber?
go to the
That
media
is
to
so
watch that.
freaking funny. Oh
What
my god.
state
What
is that, Amber?
state?
Yeah.
What state is
Now
that?
you're gonna get
Oh, it's
like
the
20
Toronto
ads.
area. It's not even in the United States. It's in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
We only talking about our country, Bravo. Don't come. I mean, I don't know what. Now you got Amber hooked up to you stuff.
He's
It's
looking
such
it
a
up.
bad influence, Bravo. You're in the Matrix.
Uh-oh.
That's that
When he
Obama
touched
phone.
one of those breasts.
Gato, you got an Obama phone?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's huge. They're bigger than Dolly Parton's.
Told you. I mean, they're so huge. I've never
I
seen
got an
anything like
Obama
that in my
BlackBerry
life.
phone.
They're
That's
so huge.
not being racist.
And he's
That's
a
just the brand.
trans. Bravo, he's a trans.
Yeah, he's a tranny.
Why?
And there's a big
Why we
fight.
talking about tits?
You know, the mothers are telling, saying, "I don't want my kids looking at that."
You know what? I don't blame them. It's really inappropriate the way this teacher is. There was a time and place in the United States history if a teacher was unwed and got pregnant, she lost her job. And now we have men with big tits trying to teach students. So men who are born a man,
But they're not
like
just they're not just big boobs. They're boobs with nipples the size of like I don't know.
No, he's right.
I mean, it's
they're like a
Bravo.
$50.
You ever see a girl with those big nipples?
You guys, see, this is where you guys get the misinformation. They said prosthetic.
That's what I said, prosthetic.
Thank you,
What? That's
Gato.
fake
Thank you,
boobs.
Gato.
It's fake. Yeah, they're fake boobs. They were
But
put
you
in.
know what? You know what? Because they're fake, like he's never gonna have sensation. He can rub his boobs all he wants. He's never gonna really feel
It's
it.
like
What
Big
those
Mama's
things
house when Martin
Well-
Lawrence put them on. Remember? Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
But Amber, what's that got to do with what's going on in our country today?
Well, he's probably doing it, and
Yeah.
who knows what he's doing
God
to
bless
himself. You think a
America,
man's
man.
not who sees boobs like that ain't gonna
So
touch it?
we're gonna,
Of course
I
he's
mean,
gonna
we're
touch
gonna
himself.
criticize the guy because he want big boob. Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. We got uglier ones. We got dudes with shaved heads with lipstick on with a beard.
That's
You know,
true.
in our government,
Wow.
It's true.
we got the ugliest
Bravo,
looking.
you're talking about
Bravo, where you be
Surgeon
seeing
General.
them?
We got holy crap, man.
Well,
We
that's
got all
what
kinds of
Bravo
crazy.
do. I don't know where.
I'm telling you, I don't know
Bravo
what kind of websites Bravo's watching, but
He go to the black website.
Mike Tampa Bay, welcome to the show, brother.
Come on, I
That's
mean, this kind of
racist,
stuff.
You're crazy, Goose. You're crazy.
Bravo, you
That's
spending, you
racist. You
spending
should
all
call
your
it
precious
the
time
African
on
American.
Goose,
watching
Goose,
crazy people.
Goose. You're taking too many shots.
But
No,
why
we
you
should call
watching
it the
those
El
people?
Gato website
Oh, God.
because that's where Bravo be seeing men with big titties on.
No, but he said the black website first, sir. I didn't say it.
It's all
I
over
said
U.S.
call it
news,
African
all over
American.
Canadian news. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Honestly, I
Bravo.
wish
Is
I
it?
could
It's
unsee what I
okay.
just saw because it was very unattractive.
You know,
Yeah, you
Look
can
up
never
Bruno
get rid of
Alpha.
it. That's the
I'm
problem.
Bravo.
I'm so mad at Bravo right now. He made me look.
I know, right? Come on,
You
Bravo.
see, she's gonna have bad dreams. I told you, Bravo.
You're gonna have nightmares
I
about
already
that.
have nightmares. It's terrible.
El Gato gonna have sweet dreams about that.
Listen, brother, man.
That's why he's so quiet. He's in there checking it out.
Exactly.
Well,
No, 'cause I'm working, and not like you want me to be.
well, hey,
He
I got that
working that one arm.
soundbite queued up from the We'll Do It Live.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Oh, that's
Do it
Bill.
live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
You're right. We're doing it live,
Fucking
Bill.
thing sucks.
It sucks. That's right.
That sounds like
Yeah.
Goose. We're getting ready to go live.
What was that clip?
That was like
That
Bill
was-
O'Reilly from Inside Edition when he had that tantrum like the F it, we'll do it live.
Oh, he has
Oh, yes,
tantrums
yes.
like
It's on
crazy. That man is off the rocker. Like that guy has such a temper. The slightest thing will set him.
I get him too. That's no issue. That's we just get mad.
Maybe
Sometimes people don't want to listen to you.
I can't imagine ever him getting a girl. I really can't. He's not attractive and he has a
Well,
bad temper.
Well, he's already had a divorce because, I mean, he was alleged to have beat up his wife, according to
believe
divorce
it.
papers.
I believe it. He's an angry man, and
Yeah,
he's
but
not attractive.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly,
power
Yep.
of getting girls and money,
very
and
smart
power.
guy, very smart.
He's not that smart.
I think he was smart.
No,
He had a
he
lot
had
of
a
sexual
teleprompter.
harassment
You can
cases.
be smart with a teleprompter.
Well, I need to get me one then.
And English sin barreras.
Freaking Gato. That was a good one. That was a good
Okay.
one, Gato.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Sorry,
you. Tip your
yeah,
waitress, Kai the Bill.
English only, please.
That cat has a sense of humor.
He does, man.
It's
I
a
don't have nothing
program.
against a Gato.
It's like hooked on phonics, but for Spanish people to learn English.
Is that Puss in Boots?
Freaking Gato, man. Gato, rest in peace. Okay.
I want you
I
to say
tell
it
you.
again because I want to learn this word. Say it again, El Gato.
I said Inglés sin barreras.
I didn't know about it. I've never heard that word before.
Because you
Without
don't
barriers.
watch Spanish TV?
Oh, you
So I will
don't?
start when I have any free time. I don't
You
know.
don't have time.
Sábado Gigante.
That one I know.
Oh, sorry. Well, you know, all those people who watch those shows like a Gato, that's why Gato sound like that, because he been brainwashed by those freaking TV shows.
Don Francisco.
Don Francisco, yeah, you're right. Freaking Gato, yeah, you got it. Hey, but they have some beautiful women there, Gato, that are wrong.
Well, Goose, I learned some Spanish when I was in Panama, in the
I mean,
military,
Gato,
but I can't really say it over the air.
why, Bravo?
Why not?
Does it start with a P and end with an A? Don't say it.
Oh my gosh, my neighbor says that a lot.
Don't say it.
I remember.
She's what else does she say? She says another curse word a lot. My neighbor's Mexican.
Cabrón.
Yep, all the time, cabron. Like every other word is cabron. Yep, that's the one.
Hey, Amber, you speak Spanish?
Oh, I speak Spanish.
Yeah, you do.
And I don't speak it like a white girl. I speak it with an accent.
Who called you white
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
I want you
Somebody
to
call
pretend.
you white girl?
I want you to pretend I'm a Mexican restaurant and order from the menu. Go ahead. Order.
No, I'm embarrassed. But I'll do a Spanish accent in a southern accent. I mean, I'll do Spanish in a southern accent.
Go ahead.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Biggie? I levanto te pato los days.
Damn. Okay. I think Bravo's finished.
Bienvenidos, oh gato.
¿Cómo se dice?
Gato,
¿Cómo se dice?
you don't really speak Spanish, Gato. I'm gonna test your Spanish real quick. I'm gonna say something and you tell me what I said. Por favor, controle a su niño. What that mean?
Control your child.
See, Goose answered that, not Gato.
Oh, but I said it at the same time.
It was a 1 second
didn't.
delay on his Obama phone.
Yeah.
Nah,
there's
that wasn't a
delay.
1 second. That
What's-
was a minute 1 second.
The
Yeah.
sun was in his eye. He couldn't answer.
Well, Gatos sound like a white person when he said it.
I got yeah. How about this? You know this song? Mami, el negro está rabioso.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know what, Gato, for you to translate that in
Suavemente,
English.
bésame. Te
Hey, I know
quieres
that
con
one.
tus labios, besándome otra vez. Suavemente.
Oh,
Everyone
that
knows
doesn't
that.
sound good.
Yeah.
Inglés sin barreras.
I'm always going to think of Hooked on Phonics if I ever hear that.
Well, that's what we're supposed to be today. We got away with all that stuff. That thing works good. That's how I learn English.
What is Dome Cabeza Estimo Alto?
Bravo,
What
shut
the
your mouth. You already know what
fuck?
you
Oh my
say.
gosh.
It says something about
Gato, he
head.
tried to attack
No.
you.
I mean, that's what the army guys used to yell down to the hookers.
Say it
Say it
again.
again.
Yeah,
Just
of
slow down.
course.
Slow down,
They
Bravo.
wanted
Slow
head.
down.
They wanted head.
Yes, they wanted head.
No,
Yeah,
but
I know.
That's what that meant.
Bravo. Say it again.
No, I'm not gonna say it anymore.
Donde
No, because you went.
cabeza
No.
and something. I don't know.
Hey, can you guys hear this? Let me know if you hear this. Can you hear that?
Nope.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
hearing
wait a
anything.
minute.
Nope.
One said no and one said yeah.
It
Listen,
sounded like you farted.
no, really. Listen,
It's like a click.
This has been fun, guys.
can you hear that?
Nope.
All right.
See, we all can get along.
So,
like Ronnie
Amber,
said.
¿por
Yeah.
qué tú hablas español?
Because porque me gusta la cultura de latinos
Ah, tú lo aprendiste así
Mhm.
en la
It's
escuela.
culture, huh?
en la
Y
escuela.
en trabajo también.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah,
You
you
know
sound
what?
like a white
Hey,
guy.
Gato and Goose, you're gonna think this
Un
is funny,
chorizo.
okay? Listen. So I'm in junior high learning Spanish for the first time, and my teacher obviously is a white woman, and she's trying to teach us the word desk. And you know what she calls it? A poopy tray. Not pupitre. A poopy tray. So I learned Spanish from her, calling it a poopy tray.
A poopy tray.
Poopy
Damn.
tray.
A desk is pupitre, not poopy tray.
Hey, but you know what? Let me tell you something that happened to me, really happened to me the other day. Somebody sent me a freaking shard. It's this electronic shard that once you press, it comes to your phone. A shark, yeah. It comes towards you, and then it stop and it say "Mama huevo."
You're huevos?
No. It say "Mama huevo."
How about Cueco en la agua?
No. And then what happened is my little kid, she grabbed my phone and she say, "Daddy, Mama huevo." I said, "Where you got that shit from?" She was listening to that freaking shark playing my phone. So
Oh my
you gotta be
God.
careful.
Baby shark.
Yeah. Gotta say "Mama huevo." I might send
Mama
it to you,
huevo.
Amber. That way you see it.
That's funny.
I sent
Amber,
it
you
to
like chorizo and
Maverick.
huevos?
I don't
Yeah,
like
it's good.
chorizo. No.
Yeah, chorizo was good. Yeah,
I don't like chorizo.
that's
No.
a Mexican place.
I know, and
that's
I don't
pretty
like
good.
it. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like one big chorizo and two huevos?
Oh, I got
now,
what you're saying. I
yeah,
got
but
what you're saying. I
Gato
got
now
what
is
you're
trying to sound
Hey.
freaking slick Willy. Bravo, call Gato Slick Willy.
I got what
Hey,
you're saying. Hey, I'm a married woman. I like chorizo con dos huevos.
Well, you know, Amber, when people think like that, you know, they got like kind of transgender mind.
Like I literally took him serious. I thought he wanted to know if I like chorizo.
When we were at the pool all the time, we would yell "Cueco en la agua."
Well, that don't sound good.
All right, hang on, guys.
I
You just gotta say,
Hey, hang on, guys.
Tiburon.
I
you
want
know
to
that
see
joke?
if you guys can hear this song. Hang on a second. Hang on, ready? Hang on.
Tiburon.
There's a salsa song with tiburon. I forgot. I used to know it.
There's a joke with Pepito. A Pepito joke with Tiburon.
It's too many Pepito jokes.
Yeah.
Is a Pepito a small dick?
No, Pepito was a guy. I'll just tell it real quick. He got in trouble.
He looked like a dick.
Playing with his dingaling, going, "Que lindo pescadito," which
No.
means lovely little fishy. And then so they called his dad. And then they said, "Do it." The principal said, "Show your dad what you're saying, showing everybody in class." And then he whips it out, "Lovely little fishy."
Hey, let me see if you guys can hear this.
The dad says, "Oh, that's nothing. Look at this, great white shark, great white shark."
Oh,
All right, here. Tell me if you guys can hear this. Hang on.
I met this
Tiburon, tiburon.
She's just great.
Yeah,
Girl, I just adore.
we can.
The problem is, she has much more than I had bargained for.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Got that style. She's got that smile. She's got the walk. She's got the talk. She's got that zing. There's just one thing. She's got a penis. She's got that flair, knows what to wear. She's got that face, that girlish grace. She's got pizzazz. Too bad she has a penis. Now there's
Paquito.
some failure, always some flaw. Ain't that what they call Murphy's Law? But male genitalia, that's where I draw the line. Besides, hers is bigger than mine. My life's a mess, 'cause under that dress, she's got a P-E-N-I-S. Yes.
Yeah, when we used to go down to downtown, I heard Mucho Grande all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know what were the girls saying that for. Mucho Grande.
Muy grande.
Mío gra-
You don't say mucho, you say muy grande.
Muy Grande. Okay,
I call
not Paquito.
bullshit.
Not
I
little.
call
Well,
bullshit
bravo,
on
you
that.
trying. Yeah. Gato just call you out.
Yeah.
Gato say that's BS.
That's
She didn't say
because
that.
that's because little kitty cat heard Paquito all the time.
Well, I mean, bravo, anybody in the chat, you never went to a club and encountered one of these situations where you had a really nice night with a lady that you thought was a lady, then you found out she was a pico smoocher.
Hell no.
Are you speaking
Bravo.
from experience there?
No.
No,
Goose?
it never happened to
That
me.
never
It
happened
sounds
to
like
you?
you got a
No.
story. Tell it, man.
Yeah.
Goose.
No.
Let us know what happened here.
Wow.
No, I will tell you if it happened to me, but I didn't. If it happened to me, I'll let you know. It don't bother me. The thing is, if I tell you exactamente,
You said, well, when in
suavemente,
Rome, fuck it.
Well,
hey,
I-
but guess what? The thing is, if you continue after it happened, that's when it become wrong.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
bravo.
Now
I
I
on the second
saw
date,
that
Goose.
movie.
Is that what you're saying?
No, not even first day. It didn't happen. I just saying there are people maybe in this chat room that they're afraid to say that, but
Maybe.
nothing wrong
That's
with you
never
saying
happened.
that if it happened to you.
All right,
I mean,
guys.
when I
we-
went
okay.
to
We
I
won't
went to Key
criticize.
West. I went to Key West,
Well, of
and
course.
you go where they
All
got the
over there.
girls in the theater there, and they look freaking beautiful. I mean, real beautiful. They're like 6'2",
You gotta-
6'3", blonde, and you really think they're freaking women, but they are not because you already know
I
when
think
you
Goose
went
is-
there.
You got to use the Crocodile Dundee way.
Well, that's
no
what you
steal
do,
up.
bravo. Thank you to know that.
Maybe being 6'2" should have tipped you off, sir.
Well, Gato, but they look like a model,
Oh,
man. I'm
fuck.
telling you. The only thing that stopped me is that I already knew.
Goose, you just wanted to be handled.
Jesus, 6'3".
You know, I don't feel different. 'Cause I'm telling you the truth. It don't bother me. If I wouldn't kind of die like I was asking, I would have said it. Don't bother me. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, when you say that somebody said to you, muy grande, that's kind of
Well,
weird.
you know what? Goose does have a valid question because when the beer goggles go on, you don't really notice things like you would normally.
Oh, so Goose, you were drunk. All right.
I said you
Goose had
wouldn't
it.
see
Yeah.
things normally with
Fuck,
beer
if it's
goggles.
like Tom
so
Brady, I might.
Well, let me tell you, we Latinos, the good thing about us, I mean, if you go to a club, you know how to dance Latin music, you really will know if somebody's gay most of the time.
I don't know, Goose, because you remember.
No, you do because they had this freaking click, the way they move, that's
Yeah.
no.
He's right,
Yeah,
because
Goose
I'm
is
a
right.
Latin dancer. I love dancing salsa, merengue. Wouldn't know.
But I have to tell you though, some of the Asian ones, it's very hard to tell. You know.
What did you find out, Bravo, when you found the wrong one?
Yeah. Well,
How you
actually, we were going to go to a show, right? And I said, "Oh, all these
now
dancing
we
girls and
opening the
everything like that,"
conversation here, man.
and
Go
they were
ahead,
like,
bro.
"No, they're she-men." And I'm like, "You got to be shitting me, really?" And I looked at them, and after you looked at it for a while, it's like the
After you
picture.
touch?
I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you can tell then." But
Bravo.
really, I mean, they look pretty good.
Yes, they do, but you already
How
knew
hard
they
were
were.
you?
Yeah, but we didn't go. As soon as I found out they weren't Sheila's, we didn't go. So.
Yeah, and that's when you go to Key West, you go down there, you might like it.
No, I'm sick to
got
Cali. We don't have
Goose,
anything
you
like
sound
that.
like you're experienced.
Yeah, I'm not the one fucking
No, I
telling
don't.
story
I don't.
after
I mean, some
story
people
here,
like that
guys.
stuff.
You're right, Gato. I got to give you that one. You're right. He's telling a lot of stories. I know.
Jesus Christ, there's like 3 or 4 stories. Yeah, I remember the time. I was in the red light district. That was a 6'3" blonde.
I didn't
Yeah.
go to the Oriental.
Yeah, on such and
Club
such
like Bravo.
avenue.
Hey,
You don't
Bravo
wanna go down there.
say,
Kind
Bravo,
of looked like Tom Brady,
Bravo,
but
after you criticized me, you came out with the Oriental encounter.
But I was with the real one at the time.
Oh, you did? But you said you never went there. After you said you went, and then you decide not to go forward.
That's why you go with the chaparrita.
Chaparrita, that's right.
No, they had, at the hotel, I was at the Hilton, and they had all the different shows you could go to, and that was one of them. And we're trying to figure out what show we wanted to go to, and they showed us that, and I'm like, well, that looks like it'd be pretty good. And they're like, well, these are she-men. I'm like, what's a she-man? And they're, oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, where I was raised, you learn to identify those things since you are very young because you see it all over the city where I was raised. Okay, some of you guys maybe didn't have the opportunity. Then you might count that, and you didn't realize what you were facing. I knew. I could identify. I could see miles away how they freaking are, and I can tell you they are good or not. They are through freaking woman because you see that stuff in your city all the time when you are raised in a city.
In Puerto Rico, they have it like that.
In Puerto Rico, yeah, they play.
Like a lot.
Yeah, they do. In the city, in the main city, I'm coming from one of the main cities. You see that shit all the time. They're not bad people. They don't mess with you, but and then you laugh when you see people
They have like
out of
right?
Puerto Rico. You see a lot of Americans that come from the state and they fall into that shit. Like Bravo, if he go there, he might say, "Oh, they look good." If he go,
I'll be like, "Hey."
It made me
I said, "Bravo, don't go there, man."
Let me call Goose. He knows the route.
No, you could see it the way they walk and the way they act and the way they talk because it's my language. Remember that.
It made me sad about Ricky Martin because in high school, his English album came out. I didn't know who he was before, and I thought he was so gorgeous. And then everyone's like telling me he's gay. Ricky Martin. And that made me so sad. And he's Puerto Rican too. But the thing is, like, he was with a woman for a very long time. And then I don't know what happened, how he switched.
A lot of things that happened.
He was part of Menudo, right?
No.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Oh, Menudo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Menudo.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Menudo, you're right. Hey, Amber, it's okay. You're right. Súbete a mi moto. Amber, you remember that one? Súbete a mi moto?
No, I never listened to Menudo. I never listened to that. I only found him as a. So I dated in college. I dated a man who was Hispanic, and he used to give me we lived kind of far apart, so he would come visit me a lot, but he would always send me romantic music from like all kinds of Hispanic artists, and that's how I found out about a whole bunch of them. And then I would that's another reason how I learned Spanish. I'd have to get my dictionary out, and I wanted to know what these people are saying, and so I'd and he specifically, it was like a mixtape, but for me, right? And I learned Spanish that way too. A lot of words I didn't know, just from music.
Yeah, music.
So I
you
started
learn a
getting
lot.
into Hispanic music when I was in college.
But Amber,
How
you
did,
were
how did
around
you
the
get down this
Spanish.
road?
You were
Wow.
cool.
Go,
I
go.
like you.
I have no
Son of
idea.
a bitch.
Bravo, because we talk about all kind of stuff here. We could
Hell yeah.
switch
Oh, I know we do,
from
but I
red to
mean,
green, you know.
what's going on in the world?
This girl's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Let me
But
see.
Yeah.
being raised in Puerto Rico, my experience, I would change it for anything. I mean, it's safer than being in the state, being raised in the state.
All I know is
Goose.
it broke my
Goose, I
heart.
heard Puerto Rico.
Safer? I don't know about
You
that.
could at night. You can't even get on the streets at night, man. They say you're not allowed to drive.
No, you know what? And they say the
Misinformation.
same thing.
I
Well,
worked with 60 Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico, and they told me all about it. They said you don't go
you
on
know
the
what?
streets at night.
Let me tell you, when I was in the army, I was there 24 years, and they give me assignment to Puerto Rico, and they say, "Oh, you crazy, man. That place is out of control." I said, "Shit, I was freaking raised there. I don't give a shit." Yeah, when you get there the first 90 days, you're like looking around, but after that, you get used to like when you were a little kid. Just go around, do whatever. As
Yeah.
long you're not dealing with drugs and doing shit like that, you'll be okay.
You know,
No,
I
I mean
heard
because
that
you don't
too
have to
about.
stop at the red lights. You just keep on going.
I've heard
Mari
that
go
too
to
about
DR
Puerto
all the
Rico.
time.
listen,
Mari,
listen. I lived in Puerto Rico for 3 years.
yes,
So,
go ahead,
I
Mari.
mean, but when we were out one day and we were out, I forget what city we were in, and it was at night. So, but I was with my father-in-law at the time, and so we're sitting in a bar, and and the police are walking by, and they're carrying M16s. I looked at my father. I said, "Are they carrying M16s?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "At night they change their weapons at night because they're outgunned if they don't." So I'm like, "Holy crap!" I mean, they're just walking down the street. There was two of them walking down the street with M16s on their shoulder, and I'm like, I never seen them walking around the street with those things.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
I
know,
was
in my
told.
dad's
I was told
country,
by these guys. They said if you go there at night, if there's a red light, you don't stop at it. You keep on going. Which there's some places in America, that are that way too.
You don't have to. You don't have to at night.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right, Goose? I know
Yeah,
there's
you're right. You're
there's some
right.
kind of thing that says you don't have to at night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember in Atlantic City, you didn't go into some streets, you didn't stop at a light either. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's just that's the way it is there.
I mean, you learn where to be, what to do.
Right.
I mean, it's if I gotta go back, I would tell my wife if one day I gotta go back, it won't bother me. I'll be able to, I won't be spending time in those places where things are happening. You won't do that. It's good. I mean, when you go there, it's not like going to Mexico that you got the cartel and all that BS going
Right.
on, and they freaking take you hostage. That thing's not happening in Puerto Rico.
So what is it, Goose? Is it just criminals at night? They just come out at night, or what is it?
It's like all these people that are like selling drugs. They want to look like they're gangster, and they kill each other for stupid stuff. That's
You
it.
can always hear gunfire at night. You can always hear gunfire off in the distance.
Mhm.
And a lot of times they're kids like 16, 17 years old. They got a little freaking place where they sell drugs, and friend of them want to take over, and they start killing each other. That's
so Goose,
as long as you're not dealing with that kind of BS.
Kind of like Chicago.
Goose, how did you stay
No, we don't
on
have
the
no.
straight and narrow? Like, how did you not wind up being one of those teenagers?
Well, where I was raised in Puerto Rico is one of uh, they used to say the worst places, but because you were born there, that don't mean that you're one of them. Your mom teach you what to do, not to do. I had a brother spend 21 years in the federal penitentiary because he took the wrong freaking, he started doing the same thing I'm telling you about. They start selling a little bit of drug now. They think they're big drug traffickers, and they're not. They're just freaking making $3,000-4,000. That's nothing, and they
Yeah.
get in trouble like that, and they kill you for freaking $50. That's why you stay out of that. Yeah, but you still have fun and everything's good. I mean, the only thing is
Yeah.
that
I mean,
Yeah,
I had
all
a
the
good
people
time.
I
I
work
had a
with,
good time
I
in
mean,
Puerto
all
Rico.
the Puerto Ricans I work with, they're all great people. They're all nice. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
I mean, in
But
Puerto
they
Rico,
warned me. They warned me if I ever went there, what not to do.
no, it's just like everywhere else. There's places you go and places you don't go.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, Maverick was there for 3 years, and he went with his father-in-law to every freaking
oh yeah.
goddamn
Hey, don't tell
club
my
that was there.
secrets. How are you gonna
Yeah.
tell my secrets, Goose?
Yeah, I mean, and that's how you do it. You go
Oh,
to the,
now
you
we're
go,
hearing it.
no,
Okay,
you
let's hear some
this little
more.
bar that is like
Hmm.
people there, like they just go there to have fun. I mean, you go there and then you get out there one
Goose
day,
knows.
maybe.
Goose knows what kind of bars they are.
Yeah, they're like
Goose has
freaking.
been there.
How do you call those in English? I forgot. Like a tiki
Just little
bar, little
bars.
tiki bar.
They're just little bars. Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
whole. You go down to one street. Just all little bars there.
Sometimes you
Like
see ugly
family-owned bars
girls,
type
and you
thing.
know,
Family-owned.
Very rare.
no,
Very rare. Goose, did you see an ugly girl?
no.
Oh,
All
very well.
ladies, maybe in some places, but they all want a drink. They come to you, and you just
Mm-hmm.
dance
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you go to more prestige places, then you see more good-looking girls, and that's what I learned, and that's where I used to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get out of my freaking environment and go to another one, which I came out of the worst place and I go to better place to have fun. So I didn't have no fear.
I mean, it's
You
like
understand?
when we go to the Dominican Republic. I mean, I love it there. I think it's great.
Yes,
People are laid back. I mean, everything just it's so much different than living here in this
it
country.
is.
I mean, everybody just doesn't have a care. I mean, it's like nobody cares. It's like just. I mean, that's the reason we have a house there. So we
When you
go there.
go to those island, kids always outside playing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit. They're always playing outside. Here, our kids,
Stay
they
in
don't
the
Oh
house.
go
God,
out.
Yeah, you got to
yeah.
throw them out of the house to get them out of. When I was a
They're
kid, we were
zombies.
never in the house. When we were kids, we were always outside. I mean,
We
you
didn't
had,
have a choice. Like, get your ass out there, and I'll call you. And don't come back till I call you. Okay, Mom.
Hey, Mav, how did you wind up in Puerto Rico? And is that how you met Goose and became friends?
no, I met Goose. Goose and I have been friends for shit. How long now, Goose?
20 plus years.
Yeah, I mean No, I didn't meet him in Puerto Rico. I met him here in Florida. Yeah, I mean we just kind of hit it off when we first met. I mean we have in common, so I mean that was how we got started. Then I
You
got him
talk
How
shit
did you meet him? Where did you guys meet? Where did you start your bromance?
No,
in the casino.
I was working in the casino. I was the shift manager in the casino. He used to come in there, so that's how I met him.
So
Did
he
he
used
lose?
to
Did he
gamble
lose a
and you
lot?
used to meet him?
What's that?
You were the shift manager?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought you said chef manager.
No, shift manager.
Yeah,
He
he
used to,
run it. Go ahead,
he,
Maverick.
no, yeah. So he used to come in the poker room, so I would always see him. And then we just got talking, just started hanging out. Come to find out, we were right around the corner from each other where we lived. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Does he come over to your house to do the show and vice versa?
Sometimes he comes here. Yeah. I mean, I have the studio here in my house, so. And then sometimes he comes over and does it here. If not, he does it for his.
Well, I
that
know you're
Eric?
fixing
Eric say, "Well?"
short.
Hey, but you know, Maverick's married.
Prayer to close the show.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know, people don't know Mary. Mary don't mind that I say this. He's married with a Latin girl. Okay.
No, I don't mind that.
Yeah. So people think that and his kid got Spanish heritage and all that stuff. So we're here from the first time we met, and we became friends right away. We always talk
Yeah.
shit, even in the poker room when he was there. Talk shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're
Maverick, do
we're
you
all
speak
very
Spanish
we're
too?
very all international. We're all international and diverse.
I understand more than I speak. I mean, I was able to when I lived in Puerto Rico. I was able to go everywhere by myself and do everything I needed to do. I worked in the casino in Puerto Rico, so. But yeah, so I mean, now, I mean, since I've been here, I mean, I've been in Florida for shit over 20 years now. So, I mean, so I kind of lost a lot of it. But I mean, my wife speaks it and my kids speak it. And So I understand. I don't really speak it, but I understand it
Do you still work at the
somewhat.
casino?
No, I'm retired.
You look too young to be retired. I saw you on video just before I popped into Podbean. You look too young to be retired.
It was a forced retirement. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Estás muy joven. You're very young. You look very young.
He's young. He is.
Yeah.
I'm not an old guy. All right, my producer is telling me to wrap it up here. We're at our 2-hour mark.
Yes.
So we're gonna.
We might do a
It's been a great
Spanish show,
conversation.
Amber. Amber, why we don't do a Spanish show one day?
I don't know if I could do a Spanish show if my Spanish is good enough.
I forgot
Well,
to tell you.
I don't have anyone to speak to, Goose, so I'm really rusty because I don't practice it very much.
Goose, we're going to be on Amber's show on, when we say Amber, the 12th?
Yeah, and I got to get you a time. You got to tell me a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a time, I'll
can't-
tell you a time, and we'll figure out a time.
What day?
The 12th. It'll be recorded like we did before, Goose.
Oh, okay. Can we curse?
that should be a fun show.
It is Amber May show, not yours.
Amber, can we curse?
Well, I try not to, but if you really must, I guess. But I try to keep it.
No,
without
it
swearing.
comes natural. Amber, we are not intended to curse, but sometimes naturally done.
Once an Army Ranger, always an Army Ranger.
So the old man from the Old Man's Podcast taught me another thing. He's like, "What the French toast?" So that's a good one if you want to
There
say.
you go, Goose. What the French?
Well,
Goose says frickin'. Goose says frickin' a lot. You
Yeah,
know,
I say that too.
Or
Well,
shut the front door.
But
well,
just to tell you
I
this.
think I think probably with Amber, like if you were to have cursing on her show, you'd probably want to keep it at a minimum, and you'd probably want to refrain from the excessive dropping of the F-bombs and the taking God's name in vain.
That's so true,
Amber.
Eric. I love my Eric.
Amber,
Yes.
you know what it is when I speak English is my second language, like you already know. If I curse, it don't bother me that much because it's my second language. But if I'm doing it in Spanish, I won't curse.
No, it's true. I could curse more in another language. You're right than I can in English. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a closing prayer, Bravo?
Yes.
Sure.
Bravo, yes. So,
It'll just be a quick one. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night. We thank you for all the people that came here tonight, Lord. We just ask that you bless them, you keep them safe, protected, and Lord, let them have a full knowledge of you. And we ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
amen.
Well, look forward to y'all doing this again next week.
Earl, you awake?
Okay. What? Yeah. Okay.
Eric's sleeping.
Eric's sleeping. All right.
Yeah, I can hear him snoring.
I'm here.
Oh, now.
All right. I want to thank everybody on 105.7 The Phase, Patriot Radio, or Radio MBR, Military Broadcast Radio, UG Media, J Parker Radio, Paisley Radio, FCM Live, Sword Radio, Crystal Radio, and the Hit Network. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Revolutionary. Oh, he left a long time ago.
Yeah, what happened? He left early.
I noticed that, and then Gato left us.
Yeah, Gato
hopefully
said-
we can get Caps in here next time. I think you guys would really dig Caps.
I think he's been here before.
Thanks,
He's got an
Eric.
accent, right? He's got like a
Yeah, he lives in England.
I think
yeah.
I think he did good. He did good. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he's been on the show before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lizzie White, welcome back. Welcome to the show. Make sure you like and follow the show. We're here every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody, listening to us on the video side, on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and all those other good places. We'll be back. We'll be back next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let me see if I can find something to get out of here with. All right, let's see here. All right, we're out of here.
Look, Donald Trump isn't as bad as they say he is. Really only trying to make America great again. The Bible's just a book for people scared to be atheists. Did we land on the moon? I mean, maybe they faking it. The earth could be flat, the presidents could be aliens, and Americans might even be nicer than Canadians. Unpopular opinions got us caught up in the craziness and hating one another, but we're all just homo sapiens. Someone's always gonna hate you no matter what. Might as well just be yourself and let people think you suck. Opinions are like buttholes, everyone got one they cover up, and all you gotta do is follow through when you yelling that you don't give a. I ain't letting anyone piss in my cornflakes. Stay the hell on my face and I will stay out of your way. I know that life is cruel and lately it ain't fair at all. You hate your job, your phone is lost, there's evil men and racist cops. Yeah, I don't care if you're black or white or gay or straight or old or young or smart or dumb or where you're from or what you make. The only thing I care about is living like I'm not afraid of dying while I'm sleeping, so I seize it while I'm still awake. We're so angry, hating everyone we don't know. We can't even take a joke. We should really let it go and be happy. Stop talking to our phones and blocking everyone we know. We've been being buttholes. Maybe the feds killed Biggie and Pac. Maybe the Ku Klux Klan just needs some love and a hug. Maybe 9/11 really was an inside job, and the Christians are right, homosexuality's wrong. Or the Illuminati really want the best for the people, and abortions are murder, so they should just be illegal. So I don't know, that's all I'm saying. These opinions drive us crazy. Got us fighting so much lately, we're divided from our neighbors. Someone's always gonna hate you no matter what. Might as well just be yourself and let people think you suck. Opinions are like buttholes, everyone got one they cover up, and all you gotta do is follow through when you yelling that you don't give a. I ain't letting anyone piss in my cornflakes. Stay the hell on my